Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Walk-Ons podcast, talking everything Michigan baseball. As the season's starting to wind down, we're really getting into the nitty-gritty of conference tournaments. Some team seasons have actually already ended by this point. But before we get all to the baseball, the biggest update that everyone's waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Voltrauer has declared war against rats in his neighborhood, and there have been fatalities since we've last talked. Jay, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's give a quick recap for those that didn't listen last week, and then tell us what's happened in the last 7 days.
Hopefully it wasn't your neighbor, the fatality.
No, not at all.
It was a rat.
So, yeah, having a rat issue. St. Clair Shores has a big rat issue right now. Construction driving them up. Talked about a neighbor who thought feeding wildlife was a good idea. And now has attracted rats to live in our
Well, not
neighborhood.
just feeding wildlife, putting out like a
buffet
yes,
of seeds.
Yeah, an MGM casino style buffet for these
Buffet
rats.
of nuts and seeds. That's subsided.
Buffet of nuts and seeds.
But there's still shells all over the neighborhood, and they eat those too. So cleaning up is a big problem.
Have you been sleeping?
No, a little sick. Doing a few different things right now, projects just to kind of alleviate rats and then, upgrade some things that the rats have destroyed around my house. So, yeah, still killing a lot of rats, catching them in traps. Yesterday, doing some of that work around the house, see a rat walking disoriented on the lawn of one of my other neighbors who did not cause this issue, but she's dealing with it as well. So I saw him. I had a shovel in my hand.
Yeah.
Figured, let's whack him. So I whacked him on top of the
Do you
head.
go straight down?
Oh,
or
yeah,
do you
I
go
did like a
across
whole,
golf club?
sledgehammer above the head and boom.
So
Did you jump the fence or did you hit over the fence?
No, I just walked right out on my driveway.
Oh.
Saw him hiding in some rocks. Then he slowly moved into a lawn area. So I just crept up real slow, held the shovel back, and thump.
Did you
thumped
go
him.
broadside or did you go guillotine style?
No, broadside. So I hit him flat.
Flattened him.
Yeah, flat.
And your
Hit him.
neighbor was watching?
No, she was on the other side of her house. So I called her over. I'm like, hey, come here. I got a rat. And she looked at it and was like, that's a rat? And it was huge. Took up the whole spade shovel when I lifted it up. But it was clean. Nobody, was no pain in this. Just knocked him right out cold in one shot and then picked him up, threw him in a trash.
All right.
Nothing's gotten in the house. Nothing's in.
No, still nothing in the house. Everything's going good. They are dwindling. I've put a lot of things out, like we talked about before, some coyote pee, things like that to keep them out of my yard.
Did you try the Dunham's brand or?
No, it was ordered on Amazon.
Those are gone long
Ted,
ago.
Big Ted might be still there, dude.
It only lasts so long, so you got to reapply. Like I spray it on wood and things like that, where it'll sink in and sit there, and they can smell it. It's a predator, so I think they're fewer and farther between in my yard, but still there. Just trying to keep them at bay, and hopefully, as things get more.
Are you finding anything inside your garage, like any?
No, I've
evidence?
taken steps to keep them from doing that, but I am going to rebuild the whole garage because they've chewed away the bottom of it. Because it's a wooden garage, standard, 14 by 20 wood garage in St. Clair Shores, and they've been eating away to get in there. So I've backed it all up with like bricks and brick pavers, so they can't actually physically get into the garage. But part of my project right now is I'm going to knock down the garage and rebuild a new one.
Like this summer.
Yeah, within weeks.
So you're advancing towards Berlin. You have
It's turning into quite a project. We're going to do some new cement, going to do a whole new privacy fence because they've chewed little Tom and Jerry, right? Who was the mouse in that scenario? Was it Tom?
Tom.
So they've chewed through all the privacy fences.
There you go.
They've chewed through all the privacy fences to make little doorways, so that's all destroyed, and yeah, it's a mess. So
What was Jerry's boy's name? Was it Speedy Gonzalez? Was it?
no, that's a totally
That's a totally different cartoon, dummy.
Didn't he have a buddy though that was fast?
That was the Roadrunner.
Yeah, Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny, and then there was Speedy Gonzalez. Andale.
I don't know if you could have been more wrong with that statement. And I was born 30 years after these cartoons came out.
Yeah, but you still watch them now, probably.
That was.
Hey, I thought of Dunham's again one more time,
Oh,
and
okay.
I won't make this like a.
We're gonna have to bleep
That could
out.
be,
We're gonna have to bleep
No,
out
who
the store.
who
It could
was
be
the
a
guy?
weekly.
We're gonna give
certain
words
things
to
you
Tom.
can't say about Dunham's.
No, but who was the guy that tried to fire you and called your dad.
John.
Remember that guy?
John.
Whoa.
When we went to spring break.
Johnny D.
Okay, story time. How do you get fired from your, or almost get fired from your job on spring break? When
I
you're
don't know
in
if it's
Florida?
even-
Wasn't
that-
firing. What didn't fire me? He said I could not go on spring break.
Yeah, because he was
Oh, so
scheduled.
you're-
Yeah.
oh,
Hold
you're-
on. You got to have a backup. This is the same spring break that we talked about before.
When you just committed petty theft.
yeah,
that too.
Same trip, but almost everybody that went with us, I think 6 of the 8 guys all worked at Dunham.
And Jay was there at the time. Right?
Yeah, we
And
all worked at Dunham.
We all made a decision to go to Florida. We didn't plan it months in advance.
I borrowed $1,000 from my dad. I had no money.
we literally made all these plans within 2 weeks.
yeah, it was pretty
So
last
we
minute.
all went to the managers and were like, all right, we're all going to be gone for the next
That's a
week.
good point.
Yeah.
And then Jay was probably the last one to say it.
Yeah.
We had
Probably
already,
the day of.
Yeah.
Well, I waited because everybody else had already said
I don't
it,
even
so
know
I
if
was
this
like-
is that funny, but the way Jay tells the story,
So I was
how
just
he's
like-
sitting at home.
So I called him. I'm like, look, John, I'm going on spring break. I'm not going to be at work. And he's like, no, you can't. I was like, well, I can, and I'm going to. And he's like, well, do you want your job? I was like, no. As a matter of fact, I don't want my job. So I'm going on spring break. He goes, did you tell your parents? I go, I am 18 years old. Why would I tell my parents anything? He's like, well, I should call your parents. I was like, go ahead, call my parents.
What,
I'm
like
an
he's the
18-year-old adult.
principal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, you can call them all you want. Nothing's going to happen. I'm not coming in. I'm going on spring break. And,
Well, first
if
I'm going to come pick up some
I guess.
clothes.
Yeah. You can find
Yeah.
a replacement
Yeah.
for me, or
This was probably the final straw for this man because, we were young. We were 18 years old working at Dunham's, and I was a shoe salesman. And I did the day shift, so nobody's buying shoes in the daytime from
There were
8
people.
to 5.
People would come in and be like, Jay'd be sitting back there, they'd be like, "Yo, let me see those new Barclays," and Jay'd be like, "No, get out. I'm not even going to the back to
Yeah,
get."
because half the
get
time
the
I'd be
shoe.
laying on the bench in the back, just bored out of my mind, flipping off the camera.
Yeah.
And one day John calls me in the office. He's like, you know what? I'd really appreciate it if you just stop laying on the back bed and giving the finger to the camera.
But he would tell people no. Like he's like, go down, go to Sports Authority. Like I'm not going to the back room to get you Barclays.
so you're
dude.
bored out of your mind, and then you finally get something to do,
Yeah.
and you go, "Nah, I'm good."
No,
So-
we're good. You don't want those shoes.
So then John called your house.
Real quick, how old is this John guy? Is he like 25? or
No,
is he
no, no,
50?
no. He was
Oh, he's probably 40s or so.
mid 40s at least.
So you're John now.
Yeah, exactly. John.
But we wouldn't call
Yeah.
like on
If
kids.
you're an adult, I'm not going to say,
Right.
I'm going to call your parents on you. I
You'd
know
probably
it's
be
not
like, "Can
gonna
I go on spring break?"
Yeah.
Well, this
Can I
guy
come
was
with you?
this guy was the manager of probably the busiest Dunhams in the entire chain,
And the worst group of people. in the entire
and
chain.
he had no control over anybody. We'd all be in the back room hanging out. There'd be like 8 of us in the back room hanging out, and he would walk, and you would think a manager walks by, everybody would like scatter.
We would like,
Like
throw.
rats when
We
Jay
would
had
just
a
like
shovel.
throw
Yeah.
shit at him. Like
we were like, he goes, "Can you guys please just pretend that you're scared of me when I walk back here?" Because nobody even moved.
Well, that's what you get when you employ a bunch of teenagers and none of us.
dude, tell the story though. He
Yeah,
called
so he calls your parents.
Yeah, nothing.
your dad. Didn't you answer? And you're like, "Why are you calling my house to
Yeah.
talk to my parents?"
Yeah, exactly. He calls, I get the phone because at that time, there's still landlines. And he's just like, yeah, this is John from Dunham's. I'm looking for Mr. Voltrower. I was like, yeah, this is him. This is Jason, actually, because I'm 18 now. And what I told you was that you can call my parents, but nothing's going to happen. I was like, so no. And
You're
I
like,
just
"Why are
hung
you
up on
calling
him.
my dad, dude?"
How
and I-
long after the threat did he call? Was it like right after your shift?
Well, it was pretty much within a couple days.
Oh,
It's all
okay.
kind of hazy now because it's been so long. But yeah, he called. I just told him, no,
We're-
you're not talking to my parents. I'm not coming to work. Deal with it. And that-
There's so many
Were
more.
you fired?
Oh yeah, I was fired. Yeah, I mean,
There's
at that
so-
time I didn't need the job. I was doing it because we're young, we want some money, and that's it.
And there were a lot of fun people to work with. At
Yeah,
that
it was
job.
great.
It was actually, I'll never have a job that fun again for the rest of my life. There were so many people that I still talk to this day that I worked at Dunham's 32 years ago, and we still talk.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how we met.
Really?
Yeah, we would go next door. What was that bar called?
Travers Tavern.
Travers Tavern, and they wouldn't check IDs or anything.
And you're still a high schooler.
Yeah,
Just out of there.
I graduated from high school, took a year off from baseball, so I wasn't playing baseball yet at Macomb, and we would walk next door to Travers and just do like 3 or 4 shots, go back in to the shoe department. And
I would like to put out a disclaimer for any young 18-year-olds listening to this. Do not follow in their
that's a good point.
Please to any 18-year-olds that are getting ready to graduate high school, please do not take a job and do shots in the middle of
I mean,
your
we
shift.
could do 7 podcasts over things you shouldn't.
I think we should. We're going to keep some in the barrel.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty.
Hey, to you young kids out there, this is when the drinking age was 18. But Brady kind of believes it because he's so young.
No, I'm looking at you like you're full of shit.
No, we have too many Dunham stories, and we definitely cannot tell them on this.
Yeah.
Detroit Thread Company, who is a top servicing embroidery and uniform provider in the Metro Detroit area, delivering premier sports embroidery and uniforms for teams, schools, and organizations. You know they provide high-quality stitching, custom designs, durable team apparel that stands out on and off the field. Give them a call, 866-382-4287. Again, 866-382-4287 to get your team or organization geared up today. And that takes us...
Well, hold on.
Oh.
We've gone 2 rat stories and haven't even brought up the fact that Mike's nickname was Rat.
I didn't know this.
Yes, he's got a rat tattoo.
Well, where?
Is it a rat?
It's a rat swinging a bat.
Where?
Forgot
Hold
about
on,
that
hold
one. I'm
on.
still thinking of the Black Panther that's on you.
Where is this tattoo? Where is this tattoo?
Wait,
It's on my right throwing shoulder.
Can we see
No.
it? Bullshit, we can't see it.
One day. Maybe we'll tweet it out from the Walk-Ons.
I'll just beat you up and take your shirt off yourself.
No, it's pretty embarrassing. I got it when I was 18. I went to Ink Slingers in Roseville.
Just show us.
It's too hard. I'm bundled up.
was that the
He just said
that
it's
was
too
your
hard to
second?
take
the
to take
first
a
one-
hoodie off.
The first one was the rat, and then like 2 weeks
All
later.
right, hold on. Now I got to tell this story because I
hold
wasn't
on.
there.
He was addicted to the ink already after one and went and got a Black
I just
Panther.
realized I've known Mike for 6 years and I've never seen his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about that with Tommy Nahas. I'm a long sleeve guy as long as I can go.
Yeah, he's a
youth
3
medium.
T-shirts at the same time kind of guy.
No one.
He's the
t-shirt.
guy who wears a T-shirt under a T-shirt. I don't know how that's possible.
Well, because I don't
Mike
want to get
does.
taco pits, dude. I shave my armpits too.
I trim my armpits.
Anyway, Doug,
That's
you
just
had a
good
story.
hygiene.
So I was not there for this tattoo. Full disclaimer.
For a rat bat tattoo.
For Rat Bat Tattoo. However, probably no more than 20 minutes after he went initially to get the tattoo, my phone
You remember?
my phone started. The 2 people that took him were also friends of ours, and they're like, "Dude, you should have been there today." And I go, "What did I
Who were the
miss?"
2 people that went? Eric was there.
Eric and wasn't Donnie? Didn't he go with you?
I don't know, dude.
Anyway, so Eric calls me and he goes, "Dude, you should have came with us to watch Rice get a tattoo." I'm like, "Why? What happened?" He goes, "He passed out.
I didn't.
He passed out." And these guys are in like the lobby and he's in the back getting his tattoo.
awesome.
And the
I didn't
tattoo
pass out,
artist
dude.
comes out. He's like, "Hey, dude, you got to come get your boy off the floor."
That's not true.
And-
These guys exaggerate
And
so
so
much.
Jay's giggling.
he didn't. He had to. They wouldn't finish the tattoo.
I got lightheaded.
He had
I
to
got-
go back to get it finished because the guy's like, "You got to go, man."
It hurt.
Was
It hurt.
alcohol a factor?
He's
No.
like, hey, that woman, come on back
Oh, so he
here.
was-
I'm ready for you.
He was sober.
He was sober. This is during the
mean,
day.
You gotta show us this tattoo.
I mean, it's probably the night before and malnourished the next day, but I didn't
You
pass
gotta
out.
show us this
All right.
tattoo.
You got to be at least happy. You didn't go with the whole 90s tribal thing like I did. Everybody
No.
else did. You
I
got
don't know
at
how to
least
do this
unique
with the mic.
tattoos.
Just
move the damn
walk
thing out of
away
your
from the
way.
mic. You don't have to be on it the whole.
But
Take your headset.
take the headset off before you rip
his
those off.
Spatial awareness in this studio.
There it is.
got a couple-
T-shirt under a T-shirt. Hell
They're
yeah.
going to be right there.
Hell
so.
yeah, everybody. Look at T-shirt under
So
a
is that
T-shirt.
3 layers
Under a hoodie, and it's 65 degrees in it.
tucked into sweatpants?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Let's see
All
it.
right. You got, no, show.
Boom. It's a little faded, camera.
Yeah, there.
It is a little faded. But yeah.
Oh, this is going to be the struggle's real now.
Yeah.
Got to put one layer on, another layer on.
No wonder why you couldn't play baseball. You have no feel for your body. No wonder why you hit Kid Rock
All
in the
right.
face.
So to be clear, I did not pass out, dude. I got like lightheaded.
Okay.
And it's still funny. But
Listen, I wasn't there. I'm just telling you the story that was told to me.
Yeah. I was so drunk
By people
from my
there.
tattoo, I just bled like a sieve. And the guy was finally like, I can't do this. This is just too bloody. I'm like, just get it done.
But I went a week later and got a panther on my back.
Yeah. He loved it so much. The ink got into his veins.
My grandpa had a panther like on his left forearm. I thought it was really cool, so I put one on the back left shoulder. You can't see it if I'm wearing a shirt
Yeah, it
or
was during
3
Mike's
shirts.
militant phase.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where did we go from this? Where were we about to do? And then Doug,
I was about to talk about
some sports.
Michigan taking
took
2
a-
and 3 from UW.
violent
and he goes,
turn.
Hold on, wait a second. Mike has a rat.
Yeah, hold on. Mike is shitty, and I'm gonna. Who does that? He goes, hold on. Mike has a rat tattoo. Oh, because of the
mean,
rats. Because
yeah.
of the
Because
rats.
the rats. I
Okay.
didn't bring it out of nowhere.
You.
And he does a face that's kind of like a rat. But
No,
All
we're
right,
not.
Jay, I'm going to give you fun
Mr.
homework.
Bean.
I'm going to give you fun homework. Next week, you need another embarrassing Mike story or another Dunham's one.
Oh, yeah, there's-
you have to
That's
think
easy.
of one to, but let it think for a little bit. And maybe if you need to ask somebody,
We have another. There's a good one we can talk about next week. Is when we kind of quit, but also got fired when we worked at Kroger together.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had baseball. We had baseball practice.
All right, from Dunham's to Kroger next week. Give you a reason to tune in.
And Kroger was pre-Dunham's.
Oh,
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
We were
Oh yeah.
15
Oh
at
yeah. That's
Kroger.
right.
that was before me.
Barely had a license at that
16.
point.
Yeah, you had your geo tracker. We drove around it.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about U of M. They took 2 or 3 from UW after they did lose the RPI game against Miami, Ohio.
Yeah. Man, I'm really finding myself rooting for these guys now, like a ton. And June Sung Park. Remember, I brought him up
Yes,
last
you
week.
did.
You guys are like, did you say the name right? That is how you say it. But he had a walk-off bases clearing double in game 1. It was really freaking cool to see. And then I watched game 2, and he came up in the same scenario and hit a 2-run double in the 9th to tie it. So they had a couple walk-offs. Cade Liedenhoff walked it off in game 2. I didn't even report game 3. I mean, they fought back. They almost got to that 9th inning to be able to scored a couple runs here and there. But they're 27-17 and 12-9. I know you're probably going to go over we'll probably go over the standings eventually, but I made some notes, some updates to some season stats.
Go ahead, run through those real
Yeah,
quick.
Still in the hunt, right? In 6?
Oh yeah, dude. No, they're
Well, in the Big Ten, yeah, they're a bubble team overall right now.
yeah. Kurt Bauer's 5-2, and he's holding steady under that 4. He's at a 3.39 ERA, 73 Ks, 32 walks, and 61 innings pitched. Colby Turner's just under 400, so he's at 399, slashing 10 homers, 40 RBIs. Braden Jeffers is at 339, and Noah Miller is at 292. He dropped down a little bit, but one thing I noticed watching so much college baseball this weekend is, holy shit, he can like really take care of the staff, like from a receiving standpoint. And there's no ABS. His hands are smooth, and he's just probably like a silent MVP for that team defensively.
Well, having a bad catcher is something that you don't really realize how nice it is to have a good one until you don't have one.
Yeah.
And when they're struggling behind the dish, that's when it really like pisses you off. You're like, man, it was good when we had a guy.
And there's
about.
a feel to it too. When your pitchers are freaking head cases, right? Even if they're not finding the zone a little bit, but Noah Miller's working from the ground up and making those even feel like strikes. From a mental standpoint, it's like there's not a stat for it, but he's huge. I have them Right now they dropped to a 50 RPI. Mm-hmm. So I'm really
You saw before we did this that they're projected to be like right on the bubble, either last 4 in or last 4 out.
Yeah, and I have to give a shout out to David Lally Sr. Mm-hmm. He politely called me out via text and was like, "Dude, we were sitting at the game and I was ripping on midweeks, and he's the first guy that brought up RPIs to me. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Mr. Lally. Now I'm like all over it. I'm looking. There's a live RPI link. Did I say RPA a couple times already?
No, that was the first one.
There's a live link for it.
That's what our guest Stone gave us last week, right?
Yeah. But if you look at Michigan's schedule this week, upcoming they got Maryland, but they have no midweek. And just for the hell of it, I was looking at, again, the RPIs to see who's kind of close in the region and the area that has a nice RPI. In Cincinnati, our buddy Jordan Bischel, who coached here in the state, they have a 20 RPI, and they have no midweek. So that would be, like, ideal. Like, set it up. Cincinnati, I don't think, has anything to lose because they're so high now. That would be a really cool thing. So I, of course, put it on social media and asked those two guys to get together.
Well, the thing about Maryland is they're not very good, so that could actually hurt Michigan because Michigan State just took 2 of 3 from Maryland.
Maryland's RPI 70. I mean, it's better than some of these 200 guys, 180 guys.
True. Michigan did take 2 or 3 from them, and it gave them a little bit of cushion for that last Big Ten tournament spot.
That was big. And, man, the same names keep showing up. Kamari Thomas cannot be stopped. He has 41 hits. He's batting .336 for the season. Isaac Sturgis holding strong at .327. Noah Bright was kind of on again, off again in the lineup. He seems to have, like, stabilized. Like, he's in there. He's either DHing or catching. He's at .290 with 5 homers and hasn't played too much yet this year. They haven't all added up. Parker Pico, I have in parentheses power. I was talking with Jelly a couple weeks ago about Parker, he was at Alabama. We talked about him last week. You told me about him being a quarterback. He's added something to that lineup where he can go yickety at any given time, and I don't even have his stats written down, but I just wrote freaking power. Update for Randy Seymour. He's at a well-respected .280 right now, 14 homers and 43 ribbies. Aiden Donovan, our favorite pitcher, who's been pitching game 2, which I think you guys have noticed. They have UCLA this weekend. It'd be kind of cool to see if he pitched game 3 on Sunday. But Donovan's 4-2 with the .362 ERA, and they have no midweek either. And they're at UCLA. I think BP and starts at like 3:15.
UCLA's here.
Yeah, did I say? Yeah, at home. But BP starts at like 3:15 this Friday, so I'm trying to get Doug to go hang out with me.
Well, UCLA is like, if you look at those ratings, like one of the best college baseball ratings ever. Like, they're not just number 1; they are a wholly dominant number 1.
Yeah, I'd like to see. It's kind of neat, and we can talk to Jelly about it, but I wonder how different they are than like the Texases of the world and some of those SEC teams. Because no offense to the Big Ten, which we are probably biased and love the Big Ten, but those SEC teams are crazy.
Yeah,
so
but
I'd like
SoCal, they have the same advantage. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying they're running through the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They ran through everyone, though, even not in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see the feel difference after this weekend. And like I said, hopefully they can sneak out one against UCLA. One note I have about Maryland is white tube socks. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I can get it if my, those little D3, D4 high schools can't afford it or whatever you want to say for the socks.
A kid that doesn't, like, is just playing
this
baseball.
This is Under Armour's headquartered there. They're Under Armour uniforms, and these guys had white tube socks. Their coach came out to argue a call and had on, like, the stocking hat. It was like, what the hell is going on? I was getting really bothered, old man pissed about it. But Maryland, clean your shit up.
It was not milk toast.
I was a mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise looking
Mayonnaise looking
son.
motherfucker.
No, mayonnaise looking sons of bitches.
Yep.
Yeah. But Maryland's got to clean their act up. There's no excuse for that. Wear black socks. Wear the Maryland Red Sox. Wear yellow for all.
Just get the long socks. Anyway, onto the MAC. Western drops 2 of 3 to Kent State in a big series. They're now 2 games back of first. They're firmly in the tournament, but they're 2 games back of first.
Yeah, I got to pull it up because I wanted to talk about the RPI more, but we'll go to the MAC. Yeah, Western lost 2 of 3, like you said. One highlight I have for Western this weekend is our buddy Ricky Kidd keeps showing up. 8 innings pitched. This is in the win, Game 3 win. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 1 K. Like, how good is that defense, and how well are you spinning that ball if you go 8 innings and only have 1 K?
Well, and how important is it to get that win? Because otherwise, you're 2 games back at first. Otherwise, you're swept and you're kind of out of any hope of the race.
Yeah, big time. And Mike Maloney and Tanner Malley, the 2 usual suspects, had 3 hits each. So Mike Maloney, Tanner Malley. On the season, Tanner Malley is at 483 with 69 hits. Drew Howard is at 358 with 54 hits. Mike Maloney's at 350 with 6 bombs and 45 ribbies. Ricky Kidd is up to 6-1 now with a respectable 4.20 ERA. He's at 64 innings pitched, 22 walks, and only 30 Ks, which I say only because I still, like I said, think he's a pitcher. He's not blowing anybody away, but he's pitching to get outs. Up next, they're at Miami of Ohio. I'm noticing no midweeks for people.
I mean, they
maybe
don't
for
have
arms.
them. Yeah, keep the arms fresh. Speaking of Miami, Ohio, they swept Central, and they're keeping pace up top. And Central is, well, they're fading down the stretch a bit.
Yeah, Central is getting one update for my favorite player,
Okay.
Cole.
And
Cole.
One of the kids on my Stevenson team just committed to Miami of Ohio this week.
Oh.
Football? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Do you do a lot of work on that?
0. He's an offensive lineman.
Take credit for it. Tweet it. Take credit for it.
0. He's an offensive lineman.
All you got to do is retweet it, say congratulations, Billy, and people will think you had something to do with it.
And Western's hanging in there too. I mean, they're only a couple games behind Miami of Ohio.
No, they're in the mix, but losing the series puts you you need some help now.
Yeah.
There's not many series left.
And Kent State's is the leader, right?
Right.
They're only 2 games behind both of them.
It's not a sin to lose a series, especially a well-played one, but if you want to win the MAC, that's a series you need to have. But you have Miami of Ohio to kind of make up for that.
Yep.
Eastern did also drop 2 of 3 to Northern Illinois, and Eastern they're struggling down the stretch.
Yeah, but I still want to talk about Cole Prout.
Okay, tell us.
Cole
about
Prout at
Sorry.
CMU. This is the kid that was batting .227 on April 1st. He's up to 314.
Is
that a rat
pretty
cough?
good April.
He's up to
He's got the plague.
He's up to 314. He has 44 hits, 7 bombs, 45 RBI.
I'm gonna cough it towards Doug.
So, anyway, it's a kid I'm paying attention to, and I think he's a next level guy. CMU does have a midweek. They're at Notre Dame. Then they're at Grace Christian.
Yeah.
Anybody got any information on them?
Small. I think it's in that NCCA.
Yeah, the
Christian college,
Jesus junior college, right?
I don't think it's a junior.
No, but
NJJCAA.
No, it's NCCAA.
Yes.
National Christian College.
Yeah.
one of my wife's friends, her son is the best hitter on Notre Dame.
7 degrees of Doug, baby.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
He's got that interesting first name.
They all do. His whole family does. Bino Waters,
Yeah, and then
Reno Waters.
his brother just committed to Central for football.
Yes. Yeah. And he's got another little brother that's a baseball player, too.
I think
His name's Tino.
No.
Jay, I think we need to do a segment where we just throw out people and see how Doug can connect to them.
Well, Doug, that
go,
kid is going to get
Vince
drafted.
McMahon.
Yeah.
How many calls would Doug have to make to get to those people?
Not a lot.
2 degrees
it
of
would be, It would be
separation.
1 to Mike and then Mike to the person he knows.
Yeah, but Bino Waters he's going to get drafted. He's a stud. And how do you know? He's your cousin's brother's friend?
No, one of the wife's
That wasn't even
My wife-
close.
used to work with his mom.
I like it, Doug. Keep those.
It's better than
Mike have
my wife used to
CTE?
work with his mom's sister's cousin.
No, the one he had this year.
Does Mike have CTE? Like,
I might. I compliment you on your memory and shit, but mine's so basic.
He just goes, yeah, my wife worked with, whoever. You're like, oh, is it your brother's cousin? Or
I only said it 5 seconds ago. No big deal.
Doug had one this year. That
Jerry
was,
and Speedy Gonzalez.
Doug, here, I can remember this one. Doug had one this year that was a kid that he coaches, his dad. No, a kid that he coaches, his sister.
I said it in a horrible way.
Yeah.
I mean, what I should have just said is the kid comes to my games because he's dating his sister. Yeah. I just made it way harder than it needed to be.
Eastern is 13-28. They're 7-17. They did beat Oakland in their midweek. That seems like a month ago.
I was at that game. Yeah, they tried to blow the game.
Yep, and then they lost 2-3 at NIU. Ty Stecco from Eastern has been on a tear. He's at 305 with 10 homers and 33 RBIs. That's freaking really good stat line. Mm-hmm. Devin Zerwis is at 243 with 12 homers and 42 ribbies. Tristan Crane, brother Rice kid, their shortstop's bat 313 with 4 homers. Washington, who was just in town playing Michigan, Michigan with my CTE.
Good Lord, we just spent 20 minutes talking
Washington's staying in town. They're going to play Eastern, which is kind of cool.
We need to give this man. Can we give this man a cognitive test next week on
He needs some creatine.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I got too many Zins.
Anyway,
too many Zins going on.
All right, so that's good for Eastern. They're playing Washington, and then they're probably, I think they're mathematically out of the MAC tournament or pretty close, if not. Oakland is struggling big time right now. They gave up 30 runs in game 1 to Northern Kentucky. That's hard to do. Like, you score 9 runs and you lose by 20 plus.
Yeah, it's sticking to what I was kind of going after last week. They scored 9 runs again.
Yeah, like you think you score 9 runs, but it's something like 8 of the last 10, they've given up double or 9 or more runs. Their team ERA is now over 9. Like, I think it might be close to 10 now.
I haven't watched any of their games, but I got to imagine it can't just be the pitchers. I mean, their defense has got to be struggling too.
Their defense, I will say this, the defense, from what I've seen, doesn't take hits away, but they're not really like booting the ball around.
Yeah, they could maybe extend the inning a little bit and they get more runs, but yeah, it's
pew, 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 pew at times. So, I mean, it is what it is, and then the next game you go lose 10-0. They had a decent showing, but it's
all right. So it
feels like it's in free fall a little.
Let's do the math from like a timeline perspective here. This is Coach Nelson's first full year.
First year is officially as the head coach.
Okay, so last year he's the interim. So Jordan left. So some people left. Maybe some people didn't commit. Like he's got to get a few years to get his players in.
Well, that's a question, and this is something where I just don't know enough about college football or college baseball. Like, how many years do you get?
That's what I was gonna. I think 3.
But the interim is a freebie.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. It was
because it's hard to recruit when you're the interim.
I get it. I'm asking a question. I have judgment.
I have no inside information at all. I'm just speculating. That interim season is like, show us how you can run a program. Don't lose some of these kids because they like you, and maybe keep some of those guys that committed. Like Anthony Voikas is a kid that played in our club. He's a 94-mile-per-hour kid.
Yeah.
He's about 6'4". He's at Stony Creek. He's staying. He's going to Oakland. Like, that's a victory for Nelson and the interim.
Well, obviously they just need to get I don't want to say a whole new pitching staff, but they need to retool a lot of that and reevaluate.
Nowadays, you can fucking do it quickly. Right?
That brings up something else slightly related, but the joke is, like, I was talking to someone about the directional schools, and I was like, about a kid going somewhere. I was like, what, is he going to Western? He goes, no, Central. And he goes, well, you had a 50-50 shot because no one goes to Eastern from here. Do you know how many kids from Eastern are from Michigan? It's like 7.
The guy before Trevor was like a West Virginia guy.
But, like, I get that, like, okay, Oakland's roster is not all Michigan guys, but you know who is a lot of Michigan guys? Wayne State, Saginaw Valley, Grand Valley, and Davenport. And you know who is pretty damn good and could compete in the MAC? Wayne State, Saginaw Valley, Grand Valley, and Davenport. There's a good talent in Michigan. I just don't get it. And the other thing for Eastern that's hurt them, I think I counted 6 players that were not freshmen that started their career at Eastern. They are almost all portal.
Yeah.
Which does not help you out. So, anyway, yeah, Oakland's struggling. They have Wright State at home this week. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
I think he's going to turn it around. I think with his philosophy and his the way he thinks about this and he prepares, I think they'll start to make a good push once he starts getting his players in.
And his personality is good, right?
Yeah.
People want to play like.
Yeah, they want to play for him, it seems.
My brother loves the guy,
Yeah.
right? And you know how Brian is. He's pretty like, it's kind of hard to like break his barrier. Like his personality is going to work. You got to give him time.
Yeah. I even think next year they'll be vastly different than they were this year.
Like
Well,
you
I
said,
think you have a big selling point when you're him, other than, your philosophy and all that stuff. I mean, the one thing that kids want more than anything, they want to get on the field.
Yep.
yeah.
And it's pretty easy to go and sell and say, hey, look, I got playing time
Yeah.
right there for the
You know
taking.
what else?
lot
You
of
know what
innings.
else? Along with that that non-conference schedule.
Yeah. We're going to go play at Michigan. We're going to play at Michigan
Georgia.
State.
Georgia,
We're going to go play at
Tennessee,
Georgia.
Texas A&M.
You want to play against the best in the country. You don't need to go somewhere else to play. You can do it right here
Yep.
and get a chance to play.
Yeah, it was not, I'm sure, not a good weekend, not a fun one. And Wright State at home for the senior weekend. Yeah, that's going to be.
I mean, I would love to ask him, like, when you're losing by 20 runs in a Division I college baseball, like, at what point are you just praying that the game just ends? Just make it over with. Make this
Right, because
pain
you can
go
only
away.
make so many pitching changes.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Yep.
All right.
you can't run out the
And
clock
it's a-
in baseball.
It's
So
a division that's kind of wide open going forward in the future. I mean,
Well,
if you
Wright
look at any
State's
team-
usually on top, but there's
Yeah.
no one
that's a
being
good
the
point.
number one
Yeah.
contender.
Yeah.
It's Wright State and a bunch of teams that are trying to
But
figure
even
it out.
Wright State overall, they're under 500. It's like the whole division.
Now they do
is
play a
under-
tough
Yeah.
non-conference.
No, but Jay's right. Wright State 3 years ago compared to today, like 3 years ago, you were not they were like LSU.
Yeah.
Honestly. And now there's a little bit.
Yeah. This
There's a
league
chance.
seems like it's open for
Yes.
whoever wants to grab it.
I'd be curious to see what he does this year with the transfer portal and the good guys staying, some kids that might leave on their own.
We'll have to see.
I don't know. It would be a good thing to follow this offseason.
All right, GLIAC going to D2. Grand Valley takes 3 of 4 from Davenport. It essentially clinched the title, not mathematically, but they're not going to lose 3 of 4 to Wisconsin Parkside or get swept. They give up 8 runs in game 1. Colin Bradley, who led the country in ERA, got hit around a little
It's
bit.
called the beat and jinx.
Oh yeah, right. No, he's been a stud.
like the Madden
and-
cover.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I've talked about a lot of good. There's going to be another one later on that we're going to talk about, but no, he got hit around a little bit, and yeah, it happens. You're not going to have a 1-something ERA the entire season.
No.
Gives up 8 runs in game 1, and then in the next 3 games, their staff gives up 7. So they bounced back really well. I know everyone at Wayne State saw that game 1 result and went, ooh, Davenport took game 1. If we can get a split, we've got a real shot. They kind of shut it down. Jackson Keys threw a gem. And here's the thing about Grand Valley. Man, they just beat you in so many ways. Like,
Yep.
they can outpitch you. They can beat you in a 2-1 game. They can also beat you in a 14-13 game and just absolutely slug.
It's going to be fun to see these Michigan teams when regionals comes around.
Oh, yeah. The GLIAC tournament's going to be a bloodbath. For Davenport, Dylan Powinski had a 3-hit game in their win. He's kind of been leading the way for them at the plate. He's been a stud.
Macomb
for
kid.
DU. Yeah. Wayne State took 3 of 4 from Purdue Northwest, had a combined no-hitter in this one. Wayne State had a kid, Evan Langloy, who has been coming off a Tommy John, so they used him as an opener. Goes the first 2 of the 7-inning game. Then actually his old high school teammate Philip Miller comes in, throws 5 no-hit.
Woodhaven?
Yeah, downriver. Those 5 no-hit innings. Only batter that reached was a hit by pitch in Miller's first batter faced, and then got a double play to get out of it.
You were so proud when you texted to us about your the no-hitter that you called, and I sarcastically said, like, no, it doesn't count. Like, it's 7 innings. Who cares? And then I played the video, the call, and listened to you call it. and I got chills.
Well,
It's really cool.
Well, it's pretty cool for those kids. Like,
It is.
Langlois it's been a long road back when they introduced him as the starter. The bench went friggin' nuts.
Yep.
Because it was a long way back. And yes, it's a 7-inning no-hitter, but I'll tell you what, in the 7 innings, 2 balls left the infield. That's ridiculous.
And on turf.
So I have a question. Why is it 7 innings?
So in the GLIAC, to get the double headers in,
They do 7?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
double header. The first game is 7. If it goes extra innings, then the second game of the day is a double header. So first game's 9, second game's 7, third game's 9, fourth game's 9.
Okay.
So basically to conserve arms, and also not every stadium has.
How did you do on the call? Like, did you say anything?
Oh yeah, jinxes aren't real. I started saying no hitter in the 4th or 5th inning.
You did?
Yeah, jinxes aren't real. Because here's the thing, and this pisses me off because, the one time you go like, oh, he's made his last 12 free throws, and then everyone goes, oh, what an asshole. But the time you go, oh, he's made his last 12 free throws, swish. Yeah. No one goes, wow, that guy's really smart.
Yeah, because 99% of the time they miss it, and that's you ruin.
No, not 99. You remember it. It just annoys me that the announcers jinx.
I would be a mess.
No, the only time I won't say something, and sometimes when I did the high school stuff, it was because if the players can hear you, then it's a little different than maybe it gets in their head. But I'm up in a booth. Yeah, I'm like, yep, Purdue Northwest, no hits through 4 innings, zeros across the line.
But you didn't say no hitter.
Oh, yeah, I said no hitter.
You did?
Ernie would have been so upset.
I do that, like rooting for the team. Like,
don't
this guy's got a no hitter, no hitter, no hitter.
Yeah, I don't care. Say no hitter. There's no such thing as an announcer's jinx.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If you're watching whatever sport you're watching with the NBA playoffs, if you're watching,
I disagree.
there's no.
That's it, Doug?
bearing-
I disagree.
I
You
disagree.
gonna elaborate on that?
Proclamation.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think of a no.
Thumbs down.
No, I'm not saying you could.
Sounded
jinx.
like Moses.
I disagree.
I disagree in the one sense that I don't know if a jinx is real or not, but this guy is single-handedly going to knock the Pistons out of the first round, and I don't think he should ever be allowed to watch
I'm 0-4.
another game. After they lost game 1, he texted me with 5 minutes to go. He's like, sorry.
Dude, that's a tough.
I've
that's a
watched it
tough
4
match,
times
man.
this year.
Well, good thing they're playing as we record this.
That's a tough.
He's not
It
allowed to
starts
watch.
at 8 tonight. So
Oh,
That's
well.
a tough draw, right?
if they're
I
up by
just-
15, I'm going to get on the
I
treadmill,
love
turn
that-
it on.
I love that Doug just was like, you know what, Brady, I don't give a shit what you're saying, but
Yeah.
fuck Mike.
Anytime you can.
Yeah.
He's got a rat tattoo.
I still can't
Literally
believe-
a rat bastard.
I still can't believe we fucking did that.
And he can't watch sports because he jinxes it.
I did. Speaking of Wayne State, I did also, because of my biases,
Yeah.
not that I have a vote, nor would anybody care with my vote, but the Drew Hill show continues, and he needs to be the GLIAC Player of the Year.
Yeah, I'd say
He's up there. I'm going to tell you that from what I've seen as Jay dies, the Estrada kid from Grand Valley's been
Punch.
really solid.
we
Well,
need to.
Estrada's hitting 394, and Drew Hill's hitting 427.
His Drew Hill's OPS.
and
is
his
like
OP,
1.2.
Drew's is 1.226. Estrada's 1.138. The only thing Estrada has on him is he's got a few more home runs.
What is the home run difference?
13-9.
All right, we need to start getting on social media. Let's get Drew Hill.
We gotta start politicking
Listen,
for Drew Hill to
I'm
be the
obviously a
GLIAC Player
Wayne
of the Year.
State guy, but I can admit it's a tight race between him and Estrada. And I even thought before last I talked about it, Bradley,
Yeah,
the
you did.
pitcher, could have been in the conversation, but I digress.
we're gonna go. We're gonna make that Let's start some hashtag.
Gotta have
with
some
them.
sort of.
But the biggest game at the plate this weekend for Wayne State, Bennett Hitzelberger, 2 doubles and a home run in game 1.
It's very easy for him.
Yeah.
That's all I will say. I've been watching him since he was in 9th grade. Mm-hmm. This sport is very easy for him.
Yeah, and Wayne State did lose game 4, which kind of eliminated, not mathematically, but
Which
in
I went to
theory.
that game, so they
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was in the stands with Jay Hill, which Voltrauer, he was talking about going up to the cottage. He can't wait to hang, so you got to make sure you go.
Well, how's
But he
that
said
hernia doing?
he said he watched our podcast from last week and was in tears with Jay talking about his hernia. It was the fun. And
I
you know
told
how,
him one day he's gonna wake up and I'm gonna be there like, like a cow, milking his hernia.
Jesus Christ.
It's protruding right
Dude,
now. And
I didn't know-
I really want to help him with that and get rid of
But
it.
I mean, you got to understand if you don't.
No,
there's
don't, please don't.
There's like
Please don't, no.
a thing just sitting right there.
Okay,
poor
so
guy. I want to lance it myself, but I can't do it.
if you know Jay Hill like we know him, I didn't know how he was going to react. Like sometimes he gets just like mad at shit. He was dying laughing about it, and now you're talking about.
Now Drew's sitting here going like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Like,
Well, the
No,
story.
he doesn't get mad about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
We love his
story-
dad. His dad's a stud.
The reason I was telling this story is Jay Hill and I are in the stands. You know,
Yeah.
down the first baseline, the big stands.
the grandstands, or you're talking like the move
way
the
down.
portable
Yeah,
stands.
yeah. So Jay Hill and I are up there, just kind of avoiding people. We're just sitting there laughing about shit. And Drew Hill, I forget what he did because I have a bad memory. He either grounded out or popped out. It wasn't a great.
No, he
at-bat.
didn't have a great game on Sunday.
And Drew's walking out, sees me and Hill, like Jay Hill and I talking.
Probably, I'm guessing it's probably when he struck out looking.
It was the one low and away.
Yeah, and he.
So
did
he
not
sees
like
me and Jay, probably assumed we were talking shit about him, and he like gave me and Jay. He looks at us both and he goes like this, like "fuck you guys." Like, and Jay's like, we weren't even saying anything, but he was mad at me and Jay. But anyway,
Jay is also, I won't call him famous, but he has one of the most infamous stats in sports because he's the
It's true.
only dad in the history of the Little League World Series to send 3 separate sons to Williamsport. So they actually did when the youngest one, Brendan, made it. They did a story on either on ESPN or ABC.
It was ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, it was ESPN about the fact that they went through all of the records. I mean, that tournament's been around for
it was
85
one more
years.
guy. He's the United States, but the other one was the left fielder that's out for steroids now. I forget his name.
But
What, some 14-year-old.
They had lots of
throwing 98.
they've had lots of
12.
brothers playing it, but they've never had 3 different brothers on 3 different teams playing it.
Jay Hill.
Those girls
Good
point-
seed.
no, that's
These are
true,
good, man.
That was really good. Yeah.
I don't know why this reminds me of this because Jay coached his kids through Little League and
This is
a
what
little bit
happens
back
when you
and-
bring up Hill to Doug.
happened a little bit, and I remember him and I were talking on the phone randomly one day, and he was coaching Drew, and I don't know what age he is, 12, 13, whatever it was, and he was like, I go, how'd it go? He goes, Drew got pulled after 3 pitches. I go, 3 pitches? I go, what did he hit, the first 3 guys? He goes, no, he threw one right down the middle on an 0-2 count and gave up a bomb. Told him his day was over.
Yeah, when he says Drew got pulled, Jay pulled.
Jay
him.
pulled him.
Jason.
Yeah.
I go, what did he say when you went out to the mound? He goes, he knew I wasn't taking questions today.
It's a great family.
All
Thanks.
right.
They're the best.
So, with that, Saginaw Valley split a trip to Missouri. It was their off week. They beat Truman State and Missouri Southern State on Friday. Lost both of them on Saturday, Sunday. Lucas Meade had a 4 RBI game. Ryan
Stud.
Jarvis had a nice day, 3-hit day, and then a 5 RBI day. Kid who hadn't played a lot, this kid, Zane Wilson, St. Mary's kid, had 1 RBI coming into the game he played. He got 6. In one town
Wow.
in Missouri when they put up like 24 runs.
I
or
don't even
something.
think I have 6 college RBIs.
Probably
in my
not.
career.
But no, just that stuck out in a name we haven't said a lot. But Zane Wilson made the most of his opportunity. Saginaw Valley right now, they were in the initial regional rankings, so they're at least in the top 10. They're probably 9 or 10. They're not projected to be in the field right now.
I think
but
they are. I thought I saw something where they are.
It's close. They're going to need to have.
Was that an RPI move?
Might have been pair ratings that you saw.
No, was that a move by them
no, it was
playing
just-
those random?
No. They had the week off in the GLIAC, so they probably just scheduled another
Yeah.
team that had a week off. But no, right now Saginaw Valley is projected to be on the outside looking in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so split there. They're going to need to have a strong finish in GLIAC play. GMAC, Northwood was swept by Ashland. They dropped to 500 in league. Northwood struggling to figure it out. And it all works back. Splitsdale. It even goes deeper because last week they beat Wayne State. They lost to Wayne State this week. Last week they took they lost 3 of 4 from Findlay. They take 3 of 4
Yeah.
from Tiffin. It always evens out.
What's the standings?
They're 21 and 24 overall. What did I tell you before? They're going to end up being like 3 or 4 games below 500. If you need a team to go 26-29, Hillsdale's your squad.
If you ever meet Tom Vasella, their coach,
Yeah.
he's gonna punch you in the heart.
That's
just like a fucking heart punch. Right?
And then the biggest question is, what was the latest food truck at Northwood?
Oh, that was.
Did you guys see we got tweeted at for that?
Yeah.
One of the players' dads tweeted
Yeah.
to the Walk-Ons a picture of his like cheese
It
fries.
was a
or
grilled
something.
cheese truck or something. No, they
Poutine?
They have like a different one every time.
Yeah.
There must be a happening food truck scene up in Midland. But for Hillsdale, some guys played well. A couple good pitching performances. Jacob Paulo went all 7 in a win with walk and only giving up one earned. And then Patrick McLean with the 7-inning shutout in the second game of that doubleheader. GMAC plays 2 7-inning doubles, 3 walks, 8 Ks, but a 7-inning complete game and 87 pitches.
Efficient.
Solid.
That's real efficient. Jake Figman had a 3-hit game in the game 2 win in that one. They're both, again, about the same spot in the GMAC standings, 3rd, 4th. Teams are creating a little bit of separation. All right, let's go to D3 because there was a league that was flipped on its head.
Oh my gosh, Doug's gonna go, but there's a lot to talk about.
So, Doug, where do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the team that's has a rocket strapped to their ass, or a team
You got to
that's
go
in
with number
free fall?
1.
Which is not Kalamazoo anymore.
Not anymore.
Who was red hot for the first 30 games. Now the Adrian Bulldogs are alone in first place going into the
Back at
final
it.
weekend of the season.
Yeah, I mean, back at it.
It happened fast. I think I said it last
Out of
week
nowhere.
Rainy just
Yep.
Adrian
Plug and play
apparently
again.
is inevitable. So,
yeah, I and really looking at their stats, it was kind of, they obviously had a really good weekend. But again, it's hard because I'm trying to just pick out a few kids that had a really good series or whatever. And it was really different guys game by game.
They're super deep. I think that might be the differentiator.
Yeah. I had Jackson. This is a real tough one, Jackson. I apologize. Jackson Magoonigan. He was 7-10.
Either Doug can't read or he has the worst names to pronounce everything.
It's not easy, dude. There's not a lot of Smiths going on. He was 7-10, had 5 stolen bases on the series. Rolando Jimenez had 2 home runs, and Parker Ferris he went 5 innings, 1 earned run, 5 Ks.
Magoonigan hit a double again?
all right, Magoonigan is not that tough of a name.
Yeah, I mean, he said it right. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I mean,
is he
but
making it sound different?
I don't know.
Jay, is that just right there?
First of all, it's not Magoonigan, it's Magoo-again because there's no N.
McGuigan, dude.
McGuigan,
Yeah,
dude.
it's McGuigan.
It's not Magoonigan.
It's McGuigan, dude.
Doug can't read. The guy,
I
the guy
really
owns his own law firm.
Doug
He can't read.
He can read numbers.
I was struggling with it.
Doug
I'm like,
That's
Doug
literally,
can't read,
that's nowhere
Mike
near
can't remember.
Magoonigan at all.
McGuigan.
yeah.
Let me see if it says. Keep talking. I'll see if it says on his bio how to pronounce it.
It's you can read it. It's McGuigan.
First of all, we're not taking any reading advice from you.
I can
all right? So
read. I
let's
can actually
relax.
read. I just can't remember things.
You passed one class in Macomb because you cheated off me and it was an English class. Relax.
That's true. I don't. If you meaning you did all the work for me, is that's cheating off you?
Meeting the test.
How many of us have them?
Meeting the test. I was taking my test like this
Yeah.
on the edge of the desk so you could see it.
Yeah, I would do the same.
I was like
thing.
Chevy Chase.
Smoke.
I was like Chevy Chase. See.
Pull the
Sorry,
tape out of your
Jackson.
mouth.
Young man from Manchester. Give it up for him.
McGuigan.
McGuigan.
Sorry, McGuigan.
Manchester?
McGonagall, whatever.
United Kingdom.
Yep.
That's hey. Let's just start calling Doug McGuigan from now on. What's up, McGuigan?
McGuinigan, dude. I'm like, whoa.
Again.
Whoa.
All right, Doug.
All right.
Who's next? This Jake Burness guy or Burns? Burness.
Now I forgot who they played. Now that we're talking.
Olivet.
Sorry, Olivet. Didn't have a lot for Olivet, except for there were a couple of kids that had decent weekends. Tyler Duncan went 5 of 10 with
Ducan.
Tyler Ducan went 5 of 10 with 2 home runs. And the same kid that Jay brings up, Brian Carnes, 5 innings, 3 runs, 7 Ks.
All right.
I'm
I
just-
got some.
Real quick, I just have their roster up. great baseball name, all name team, J.W. Babbitt.
Oh, that's actually
yeah.
a sweet name.
That is a sick name.
I got some up-to-date stats for
Colorado.
Adrian. I went
Okay.
through. So I got their slashes. Jake Burns is 288 with 10 bombs and 30 ribbies. Gabe Jones is 362 with 4 homers.
No, sorry, I just remembered something.
Nick
didn't mean to
Nick
say
Bruder's batting 321 with 44 hits. Jack Boyke's these are names I hear you say every week. Jack Boyke's at 371 with 43 hits, and I wanted to glance at their pitching. They got some low ERA guys. So Ambrose Horvath, probably Horvath, maybe, if we're going to pronounce the W or not.
Yeah.
He's 8-1 with a 2.63 ERA, and Landon Kozlowski's 2-0 with a 1.60 ERA in 40 innings pitched.
All right, real
I
quick.
do try and spread it around.
I need,
Yeah, no, but that's kind of like their
yeah.
leaders.
yeah.
I need Jay to make. I just remember this. Purdue Northwest had a kid that I needed a Jay Voltrauer name ruling. Good name or stupid new name that needs to be named like Jack or something.
Okay, who is it?
I believe it was their right fielder. His name was Denim Cozy.
I just can't do that, dude.
Denim Cozy.
You named your kid Jeans.
Your name's nicely fitted jeans, dude. Some cozy denim.
No,
Denim
so,
Cozy.
So when it's on a thing,
You know the parents they're thinking of this stuff when they're naming their kid.
For sure they
like
are.
if you're a substitute teacher, you're going cozy denim,
Yeah.
Is there a cozy denim?
a
around?
cozy
Yeah.
comma denim. No, denim cozy. All name team. Don't know if it's a baseball name, but
No.
I needed a J ruling on denim
Yeah.
cozy.
Yeah.
Is that like
Could have been Jeffrey Cozy. Would have been just
Yeah.
fine. Paul Cozy. That's nice.
Is there any chance that's just a nickname that he
You're all
goes by?
serious. Like, that's nice.
That's what it was listed on the
Dad's
roster.
like,
Okay.
denim.
So-
That's a
sounds
shit
good.
name, dude.
I feel bad for the
Sorry,
kid,
denim.
but-
Even if, like, why would they ever do that?
I think parents
People
have
are-
a real sense of humor sometimes, and they just think it's funny. Like, yeah.
Let me just make sure
Denim cozy.
let's see. It's spelled DENHAM, so it's not. It's
Close
not
to
exact-
Dunham's.
There you go.
You know,
Doug-
the
Doug
old
would have
world-
pronounced
You know,
it.
the old world, the old world people are just.
He would be
what
like
the shit is
that
going
commercial
on
where they
nowadays?
sell their kids' names.
Whatever.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes. Jordash.
Denim Sporting Goods.
Yeah, you could name him Jordash Cozy.
Stupid, dude.
Anyway, moving on. Yes, we're in D3. Adrian keeps winning. Where did you want to go next?
I mean, you probably the
Alma?
most important series of the weekend was because not only did Alma knock Kalamazoo out of the race, well, not out of the race, but out of the top spot. But now they're in a tie with Kalamazoo for
And
the spot.
Elma is 5-1 against Adrian and Kalamazoo.
Three 1-run wins this past weekend.
But the
for Alma.
tiebreakers, Elma's, man. They're
Yeah.
5-1 against both of them.
And kind of what I was saying about Adrian, Alma had a lot of different contributors. Three guys that I brought up: Braylon Ryan was 6 of 14. Alexandra Kavalik was 4 of 10. Tyler Sparks went 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 Ks. And for Kalamazoo, I had Robert Newland went 6 of 12 with 4 stolen bases. Cade Pressing, who I've named a lot, 7 of 14 with 2 doubles.
All right, so I need to ask, as 4 dumbasses that have not watched a Kalamazoo game, is this cause for concern? Because they were 24-2. They have gone 5-5 in their last 10 and have lost 3 straight. Is this, guys, it's baseball, shit happens, they're 1-run games, or is it water finding its level?
I think it's baseball more than anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shit happens, baseball.
not to compare the two because it's two different things, but I mean, look at the emotions that the Tiger seasons has been through already. I mean, we're the worst team in the world. Now we're the hottest team in the world. Now we stink again, and it's just
I think I agree with
It's a
you, and I think
streaky
what's
sport.
gonna what we're gonna see here is what are they made of?
Yeah.
Probably where you're going.
So-
If Kalamazoo comes out and wins again,
Yeah.
they got better because of those losses. And
Right.
if they didn't, then
I mean, you don't win
it's gotta be
24
fun.
games on accident. I
No,
mean,
it's how do you recover from
No,
maybe
but, like,
starting off 5-0 and then dropping off as one thing.
it does
but-
get easy. This is gonna sound weird. It gets easy when you're winning.
Yeah,
But like,
it just
how do
expects
you
you're
lose?
always
How
gonna
do you
win.
lose, man? Like I told you before in that Mooney State
I
Championship
was going to
game,
bring that.
we were down 3-0, and in the championship game, and I had no fucking idea what to do. I, as the coach, was like, I felt like we were down by 25. So it will be cool to see how Kalamazoo
I don't know what
reacts
it's like
to this.
losing, just to let you know.
Yeah, I know. Doug went 4-0 this weekend as a coach.
Technically, the team went 5-0. We missed one game, but this was my first weekend that I got invited to sit on the bench. And
A couple of things with Kalamazoo. There's a couple stats.
Yeah.
Ryer Reinhardt, not Ryan. Ryer Reinhardt is the all-time home run leader now at Kalamazoo with 41 bombs and 229 RBIs in his career.
Pretty good career.
This year, he's batting .353 with 11 homers, and I think this is the most RBIs I've spit out. 67 RBIs.
wow.
That's freaking crazy.
So,
I saw you do that.
of course. So coming down the stretch, what else do you have, Mike?
Newland broke the single-season stolen base record with 40 for Kalamazoo.
That's a lot, especially nowadays.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's pretty good. So, Doug, did you have anything else? Because I was going to go over the last weekend of games.
Well, there was one other series.
Albion Trine?
Yeah, well, Calvin and Hope played.
Oh, Calvin, yeah.
For Calvin, I had
You guys just want to see my other tattoo instead of the Calvin and Hope's tattoo.
Yeah, please pull out the Panther.
Well,
I'm just
don't
kidding.
worry. You're going to get lots of laughs out of this because I have no idea how to say this name.
Hold on.
It's Gabe Bonheimer.
No,
And his
it's not.
brother plays in
It's
the
not
White
Gabe.
Sox organization.
What team?
For Calvin.
And the dad is going to whip our ass if we ever see him, probably.
Boner? Is Boner one of them?
No, it's Ryan.
Hold on.
Smith.
What do you know the number?
No, but it's Ryan to Shearhart.
Sure.
To Shearhart.
Probably just Shearhart. Just
No, it's a
the
T.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah, the T's probably.
Let's
just
trust
silent.
Brady here.
Yeah, it's probably just Shearhart.
Okay, I don't know.
T is silent. Look at that.
maybe.
Shearhart.
That's what Doug's doing,
to
isn't
Shearhart.
it? Is Doug sounding out
I'm
every letter
sounding
in the
out.
last
Yeah.
names?
Shearhart.
He's referring back to his phonics days.
Yeah.
He was five
I
of.
guarantee you that's Shearhart.
If
All right,
your-
maybe.
If your ears
Click
could be
the kid.
brains, man.
He was 5 of 12 with one double and one home run.
Can-
Evan Steinbacher went 8 innings and only gave up 2 runs. And James Ross went 5 innings, 1 run, 8 Ks. And for Hope, Colton Kinney went 6 of 12 with 2 doubles. Noah Reeves went 6 innings, no runs, 9 Ks. And Landon Harris went 5 innings and 1 run. And because I don't want to leave, no, I got everybody there.
What's the
No,
tr-
Alma.
what's-
Sorry, Alma played Trine. Braylon Ryan went 6 of 14.
Albion. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Albion played Shrine. Carter Stahl went 5 of 13 with 6 RBIs. Daniel Brutchewitz went 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. Brendan Schultz went 7 innings, 0 runs, 11 Ks.
What's the trust factor with Doug now going forward in last names?
Here's what we're going to do. So we need a cognitive test for Mike. And Jay, I think I might put you on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to just go through some rosters when you have a little free time and you're bored on your phone or computer and just pick out the worst names that aren't in D3 for Jay to try to say.
Doug or Jay?
For me to try and
Okay,
Just
Doug
one
can't
Jay.
read. I have no memory, and you don't remember anyone's names.
I
He
don't.
calls people Doug and Jay.
Oh
all
no,
the time.
that's just making a mistake. But Jay,
No, I agree.
I want you to go find
terrible
like
with
5
this.
to 10 names for next week that we're gonna show Doug for the
Plus,
first
I
time.
don't
and
want to
make
be
him
bad
proud.
at it, so I think I put more pressure on myself because I
Yeah.
feel bad that I'm hacking a kid's name up.
Yeah.
So finishing off the MIAA, Adrian, they play Hope. Hope has struggled. Kalamazoo plays Olivet. Olivet's been all right. Alma's played Albion. It's been all right. Adrian, they sweep, outright champs.
Okay.
But, I mean, Kalamazoo's, I mean, yes, Adrian should probably take care of business with Hope, but, I mean, Kalamazoo is going to have to run into Kearney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what I was gonna
that's
say.
just a tough out.
And Kzoo's gonna probably have to sweep. You can hope that Hope takes one, no pun intended. You can't really rely on them taking the series.
No, and
So you need to sweep.
I almost got the tiebreaker with all of them.
I don't think for seeding, yes. For tiebreaker, I think it's just, hey, if you have the same record, you're both league champs. I think you're
Well, but for seeding, wouldn't
yes.
it- yeah.
Yeah, for seeding, yes, but for a league championship, I think it's just if you have the same record, you can both
Who
claim
does
coach.
Alma have next?
Alma has Albion.
They're 9-9, but they've been fighting. They've been getting
It's
dubs here
going to
and
be
there.
very fun to watch. We go to the WAC where the standings are solidified. Just going to go over real quick the teams that still made it because U of M Dearborn season is done. They took a small step forward again. We knew it was going to be a long project for them. Madonna sweeps Cornerstone. They end up the 3 seed. Uno, Northwest Ohio, won the league. Indiana Tech was 2, but Madonna sweeps Cornerstone. They end up the 3 seed. Amir Mitchell sets the single-season home run record with 22, and still a lot more to go. This WAC tournament, just so you know when I'm talking about it, an 8-team double elimination tournament. That's a hell of a conference tournament. That's like a Little League district. That's an old-school tournament. Cleary, they take 3 or 4 from Aquinas. So they're the 4 seed. But the quirk here...
It's going to be a fun little tournament.
But here's the quirk. Aquinas is the 5 seed. So they just played a 4-game series, and they'll turn around, on what the tournament starts on Wednesday. This will probably be out Thursday morning, but as of recording, they'll play a 5th time in under a week.
Wow.
That's a tough...
Got the scouting report.
That's a tough turnaround, and especially in a 4 or 5 matchup where you're pretty even.
I got Cleary.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Cleary, sorry about your luck. You just got jinxed.
Yeah. So when you lose,
Got riced.
you can say, you can motherfuck Mike. Rochester Christian takes 3 or 4 from Defiance to get the 6 seed. They match up with Madonna. All this is going out over in Grand Rapids at Meyer Field or Cornerstone.
Wait. Are they playing this weekend, coming weekend?
Wednesday through Saturday.
Ooh, I'm going to be there.
Ooh, Mike.
Casey's getting her master's. She's graduating. I might sneak off.
Did you ever play up at Meyer?
That's where Aquinas is home field. I think so.
Like any of your teams you coach them up?
I don't know.
But yeah, it's all out west.
I played that.
So it should be a fun tournament, but you're going to get the theme of, most of these teams are coming in playing pretty good ball because Madonna swept, Cleary takes 3 or 4, Aquinas obviously dropped 3 or 4 coming in, but they get a game against someone they've already played. Siena Heights wins 3 or 4. You can tell Tommy to cut this if this is mean, but I called it the hospice series because both schools are going to die after the season.
Oh, Lords in
in Siena Heights. Yeah, so Siena Heights, they get to live for at least a week longer. They take 3 or 4. They're the 7 seed. They'll play Indiana Tech. The only one that's limping in, Lawrence Tech was swept by Indiana Tech. They dropped to the 8 spot, and they're going to have to play Northwest Ohio Uno to get this one started. So everyone outside of Lawrence Tech and Aquinas, a lot of teams playing some pretty good ball coming into this.
I got a thing I want to say here. I don't know how this is going to sound, but I like the new staff at U of M Dearborn. Mm-hmm. And remember, we kind of compare them to SC4, how they're
very similar
doing
spot.
Better. I'm not going to give specific numbers, but their ERA from last year to this year has gone down by 5 runs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's big time. And I'm being serious right now. Their whip has gone down by a half a run. Their hits per 9.
So wait, was it like 1.5 and it got down to 1? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So,
like
so half a point.
Yeah, half a point. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And the ERA, 5 runs difference, too.
So a trend in the right direction.
Yeah, everything. There's a bunch of categories. Their runs per 9 has gone down by 3 runs. Their home runs per 9 has gone down, and their walks per 9 has gone down. And that's Rich Robinson is their pitching coach, a friend of mine. Very serious about his craft. And again, I know we got other things to talk about, but I was happy to see. We want these schools in our area to get better.
Well, and that's something you can look at because the wins, I think, only went up by like 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but I think they were 0-30 last year.
I think they won 1 or 2. Maybe not. But my point being, those are all the things you can look at and go, while the results haven't flipped yet, the gap was just so big. They've closed that gap down now.
Yeah.
And now you can go and saying, guys, we've played with all these. We're not losing all these games by 20 runs.
Yep.
But, yeah, WAC tournament starts this week. It's a fun time. I love that they do an 8-team double elimination tournament. That's a friggin' gauntlet, man.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. If you're a retired baseball guy on the west side, you've got 4 days of baseball to watch. So, all right, let's rifle through JUCO. Macomb caught fire. They've won 9 in a row, Doug. Tell us about the Monarchs.
Brett Leonard decided to go off last weekend. He went 10 of 13,
Jeez.
3 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs. So 7 out of his 10 hits which, I mean, 10 hits in a series is pretty good, but 7 were extra base hits.
Yeah, these guys are facing at Macomb. They're facing
This is
aces.
again SC4.
Well, they're facing aces though. Like,
Well,
no
they're
matter-
into the series play now
Yeah.
where they're playing 4 in a row.
Aiden Miller went 6 of 15, 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run, and guy that I seem to mention every week as a pitcher, Jonathan Miette, 7 innings, 1 run, 6 Ks.
91 miles per hour in the 7th inning.
It's pretty good.
SC4, Drew Hosterman went 7 of 17. Brad Mackey.
Are we gonna have to do name checks when he's reading?
It's
these?
Hosterman, but that's. I mean, he at least pronounced all the letters. He just used a
Yep,
long
that's
O
good.
instead
All
of
right,
short
whatever.
O.
Host.
Brad Mackey looks like he only played 2 games of the series. He went 4 for 6. And Aiden Carolden went 6 innings, 3 earned runs.
So again, SC4. I'm sure if you did the same numbers as last year,
Hodling's cut.
Dude,
improve
405 winning percentage this year.
for SC4.
Yeah, they're 15 and 22 overall.
Yeah,
Outside
big time
conference. That's
improvement.
big. That's
Yeah.
a huge
I
improvement.
met their coach last week. Did I guess tell you that?
Yeah, dude's a ball of energy.
Did I tell you guys that?
No.
He's good, dude. Like he came up, shook my hand, like wanted to meet because we have kids in the area that play, and he's the stats kind of.
This is his first year too.
Yeah,
right?
and this isn't unique to SC4, but one thing where he's building a program that I could tell early on, like he made the team go. He's like, hey, we're going to the basketball games. We're going to be a student section. Things like that. Yeah. Again, not unique to them. Other places do it too.
I
But
did.
that's a good sign.
The only concern I have is I saw multiple tube socks, white tube socks.
We might have to have
I think
like
these kids are doing this purposely now.
No, I mean,
prospects might have to like sponsor or like a donation thing where it's like, do you need dark blue tube socks? Do you need black tube socks?
Yeah.
Go to the Stance
Yeah.
website and buy yourself some.
Fill out this form and we'll send you so you don't have to wear white gym
Called the Detroit Thread Company.
Yeah, it's called.
Right.
yeah, way to
that's
miss
the
that.
Detroit
Way to miss
Thread.
that one, Brady.
That's where I buy my socks for my team. Is from
Yeah,
the Detroit Thread.
Yeah,
That's
Detroit
true.
Thread Company. It's like, all right, we'll have to do something with them. Where
That's a good idea.
Yeah, where is your teammate wearing white socks?
I got an idea.
Detroit Thread Company.
For the GLIAC tournament, we'll bring all the colors for each team.
And give them
Put a little
tube socks.
start
DTC
throwing
logo
them at
on them.
people.
We will.
Get one of those
Give them to like the
tubes.
player of the game.
No, literally the player in the middle of the game. I'm gonna go put these fucking things on.
Just shoot them with one of those
Rifle.
tube
Yeah, we'll
guns.
get one of those T-shirt guns.
Yeah,
Right in the
exactly.
face.
Right in the face with some
Shortstop.
socks. I see those tube socks. Boom.
Hey, Daniel Rice hit 2 doubles today for Lansing. Who's
We're
over
not on
handling
that.
We're not there yet. They've got their own division, yo.
D. Rice.
We're not even close to
Big
there.
boy.
We've
better
talked
get there.
Thank God.
We've
I got
talked one
13
team
minutes
in the
left.
East. Yeah, we've talked one team in the East. All right,
2.
Macomb. Well, yeah, 2. One series. Macomb has a 2-game lead because Jackson split with Mott. That's a big split for Mott and helping out Macomb.
Yeah, for Mott, Ryan Metz went 7 of 15 with 1 double, 1 triple. Luke Trotter went 6 of 15, and Connor Sweeney, who I seem to have mentioned a lot, 6 innings, 0 runs, 10 Ks. For Jackson, Donovan Matamore went 6 of 15. Owen Madison went 5 of 11. And here's a great old baseball last name, Corey Viola.
Ooh, nice.
5.1 innings, 2 runs, 9 Ks.
You know, Frank Viola does have family in the area.
I was going to say Dave Viola.
That's one thing, Brady.
I knew that Dave Frank Viola was a
since we
pitcher.
were kids,
He was a
Dave would
pitcher,
always
right?
say the wrong name. Frankie Sweet Music Viola.
Yeah, he was a pitcher,
Yeah.
right? And I was going to be like, Dave Viola. Is he related?
He always says
No.
the wrong name.
The other one, Henry Ford kept pace. They're tied with Jackson, I believe. Yeah, Jay, right? Jackson and
wow.
and Henry Ford, I think, are
Let's
they
see
in the
it.
same
Yeah,
Yep,
Henry
yep,
Ford had
both
a
of them.
big series.
Well, no,
sorry.
actually, it's
Oh,
Jackson's 14-7. Henry Ford's 12-9.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Jackson or Henry Ford has a shot to catch them. 'cause
Oh, definitely.
Remember the top 2 in every conference in the MCCAA, they make the regional tournament. So Macomb has clinched a spot. Jackson and Henry Ford are fighting for the last one.
Yep.
For Henry Ford, Emmanuel Gutierrez went 6 of 13, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Casey Robertson went 6 of 13 with 2 doubles and 2 home runs. Hunter Witt went 5 innings, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Schoolcraft had a rough one, but a couple kids had a nice weekend. Jace Walerski, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. And Luke Nelson went 6 innings, 1 earned run, and 5 Ks.
Are you getting shirts from Detroit Thread Company made for Schoolcraft?
Not me.
What is it called? What was it? Bottom
feeders?
Hashtag bottom feeders. I talked to their coach, TJ, who is like a great sport, right? He's very serious about his job, and we're like poster. What do they call it? Locker
style?
room material
Bulletin
for
board
them.
material?
Bulletin board material with Brady Beaton talking shit. But
That's all right.
that's cool. No, it's good.
All right, let's bust through the last two
Not
because
all, not all 40 of our teams need to be great. So are going to be great. So some.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, random, Macomb got a few votes in the top 25, I heard today, which would be kind of neat.
Mike, so what did you do for your division in the North?
I worked really hard on Elma and Kalamazoo and,
All right, so
and
you-
things like that.
you did nothing.
So Jay,
Correct.
Jay, now you can yell at Mike if you want to.
Jesus, Mike.
Oh, jeez.
All right, luckily I have some stuff. GRCC clinched the title. They swept Alpena, so they have won that. They've won 9 straight games. They've been playing a lot more to catch up. An odd quirk, Muskegon swept Delta. They're 2 up on the win column in Mid-Michigan for the 2 spot, but they don't have any games left. Mid-Michigan has 2 against Delta coming up after they took 3 or 4 from Bay College. So if Mid-Michigan beats Delta, who's been down, they can tie Muskegon for that 2 spot, and I don't know what the tiebreakers go to.
we
No
could ask
head-to-head? Any head-to-head?
we could ask Mike to look it up, and he ain't gonna look it up.
No, I don't have any.
No, I
don't
don't
have
know
internet.
if it's head-to-head. And remember,
I'm talking about any time.
Yeah, I know. I don't have internet.
Like any time between now and ever.
so that's just something to watch for in the North as they finally maybe have some okay enough weather to play some baseball. They're starting to get that in. And then in the West, Kellogg is still just so dominant. They're 20-1, conference champs.
Jeez, are they really?
20 well in conference play they're 20-1. They swept Ancilla. Doesn't surprise me. The big race in the West is Lansing is a game ahead of Kalamazoo Valley, and here's the shitty thing for Kalamazoo Valley. Lansing gets to play Ancilla in a 4-game series.
Oh, boy.
Time for my boy Danny Blue Eyes to shine.
Yeah, Big Dan Rice
You
getting in
need-
the ball game.
Danny Blue Eyes, big shots to Jesus.
Lansing, hey, they're probably going to sweep, but Kalamazoo Valley has Glen Oaks.
Not that it has anything to do with the actual game, but I saw a tweet the other day. They had to go play their series, or their home series actually had to go play at their opponent's home because their field was completely
Yeah.
underwater.
That's honestly not that uncommon. Like, I know, I want to say Davenport played a home game or 2 at Grand Valley this year. Like, there's a lot of movement, especially if you have a turf field.
Yeah.
You will host a lot more. Like, you'll hear baseball coaches, I think, are the most psychotic and neurotic when it comes to finding things. Like, how many stories do you hear about coaches moving venues or finding games
Quite
in a
often,
week?
especially in JUCO. Like,
Yes.
quite often because they don't have the resources.
And you have to be. You don't have a grounds crew at JUCOs. Like,
Yep.
you're the
Yeah.
grounds crew.
Yep.
Sorry, your
The,
grounds.
the grounds crew is your shortstop.
Yeah, your
Right.
ground crew's in Psych 101 right now.
Yeah.
So that's. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens a lot. So that's everything. Catching everything up. We're gonna have a lot more conference tournaments. I know, Mike. We're excited to at least be at the GLIAC tournament starting next week. The regular season finishes this week, next week, and more. Before we get to our guest this week, Taylor Grzelakowski. The show is produced by Hunch Free Studios. Where we do it looks great every time. A full-service digital media company specializing in video production, comprehensive digital marketing digital marketing solutions, software development, full-service website design, located here in downtown Mount Clemens, a beautiful spot to do our show. So, with all that said, a time for what I'm assuming is going to be a really fun guest. I know he will be. Michigan State Assistant Taylor Grzelakowski. All right, now joined by our guest this week, Michigan State Assistant Taylor Grzelakowski. Coach, I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. We all know each other. Thanks for coming on. I'm disappointed it took Mike this long to get you to join us.
I was saving it so we'd be ready for him.
Oh, okay.
And
We had to-
before he even goes, I want you to try to spell his last name.
Oh, I pulled it up. So
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry.
Oh, you bastard.
Well,
Did you do your homework?
Well, yeah, I have the bio up right now and everything. So, I mean, I knew most of the background, but always have it up to reference. But yeah, Grzelakowski.
And it's just Jelly.
Yeah, just Jelly. So from here on in,
it's easier.
he will be referred to as Jelly. So Jelly, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here. Appreciate it.
All right, Mike, where do you want to start? Because there's a lot of things we can talk about. He's been at Michigan State. He coached in the USPBL, coached at Macomb. He had a pretty good playing career. What of those do you want to start with?
So Jelly and I have an interesting relationship where I've learned a ton from him, and then from like a mentor standpoint, because I'm an old man, I think he's learned some things from me. But one thing I've learned about Jelly is like he wasn't just born to be a great baseball player and a great coach. He's worked hard at it and things like that. So, Jelly, if you're cool with it, like, let's talk about your playing career and some of the things you went through. I mean, even as far back as high school, like, how did you get recruited and how did you end up where you were from a playing standpoint? I think it would be a good story for everyone to hear.
Yeah, no doubt. So, I went to Fraser High School.
Fraytown, they call it Fraytown.
Yeah, Fraytown, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played for Dave Cuppy. Did well enough there where I played varsity as a sophomore. Good enough, I guess you could say.
Even back then, like, you're not that old, but I'm just saying,
32.
it was very hard to play varsity as a sophomore. Now it seems like it happens often for some reason, but that's a good thing. That was a Division I high school. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, and there were a ton of kids that were seniors that year that played at Saginaw and Adrian, Albion. Like we had probably six or eight kids that played college on that team. But I mean, to me, it was like a dream come true. Just wanted to be up there and got lucky enough not to play JV. But I played there, had a pretty successful career. I mean, I hit 480 my senior year, had a good senior year, but I was 280 pounds. So I struggled mightily in the recruiting process. So I had a prior relationship with Scott Carden from his younger brother was one of my best friends in high school.
Scott and I played against each other in summer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good dude.
Yeah, he's the man. He's one of my mentors. But so I always was going to Albion camps like crazy. And like, that's kind of just where I wanted to go and hoped I could make that happen. I mean, I was a good student and Albion's super expensive. So it was like $60K at that time. And I had a 3.5, which was fine, but to go there and not break the bank was just not going to happen.
And you were a catcher?
So I was a catcher. Yeah. Well, kind of. I kind of played everywhere. I played third base, left field, as a sophomore for sure. Cause we had a good senior catcher. And then I'd caught my junior and senior year. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of just all over the place, I guess you could say. And once we started the recruiting process, so like it was before PBR, it was Michigan Baseball Prospects, if you remember that.
Yeah.
So I went to one of those, making a long story longer, I met with Joe Neal at 2SP, just because one of my high school math teachers, her son went to 2SP and like was getting in better shape and getting college looks. So I was like, okay, like I'll go see what it's all about. And so we met with him, and Joe, if you know Joe, he's as straight of a shooter as you could possibly be. And he literally just told me, dude, you're overweight. Like you're not going to play high level college baseball. It's just not going to happen. And I was like, okay. So like I went to work from there, but again, went to Michigan Baseball Prospects. That's where he told me to go. So I went to one showcase, had decent numbers. Like I don't even remember what they are, to be honest with you, but had decent numbers. And then my senior year summer coach called me from that showcase, Matt Sandals.
Oh, wow.
It was the Michigan Jets at the time. So he called me and was just like, do you want to play for me? And at the time I was like, yeah, sure. Like it was a fairly cheap team. It was local. Like just hearing from Joe that I wasn't going to play high level college baseball. I was like, well, okay, well, I don't need to go to Georgia and Florida. Like it's not going to happen.
Right.
So I played mostly tournaments in Michigan with a pretty solid team. And the way I ended up at Madonna is Matt Sandals called one of the assistant coaches at Madonna's restaurant straight up, asked for him, and told him that he had a catcher that
is
he thinks
awesome.
to play. Yeah. So then he ended up calling me. I went to a practice. I showed up to the practice, and it was like that was Madonna heyday. Like it was Hager was the coach, and they were
I
winning
didn't know
45
that.
games a year. Yeah, they were winning 45 games a year. So I show up, and that like in the NIA and JUCO, like you can practice with the team one time or whatever it is, a tryout or showcase or whatever.
Wild
you wanna
Wild
call it.
West.
Right, exactly. So I ran through a practice with them, and I'm just like walking around. I was talking to my mom after. I'm like, there's no way I'm good enough to play here. Like, there's no way.
I love
Like,
this guy. I'm telling you, he's the most humble. Like, I love this kid, but keep going,
Well,
man.
if you knew, Donnie Holland was the senior catcher when I was a freshman, and like he is to this day like the biggest impact on my baseball career, probably from a teammate standpoint. But he was just the best defensive catcher of all time. Like every throw was on the money. Every time we needed an out, he'd find one. It didn't matter how. He could backpick anybody at any time.
Backpick.
So it's like, okay, like I literally told my mom after that when we were driving home, like, I'm not good enough to play here. Like but I want to go here. Like this is my best option. And it was a walk-on in Madonna. Like, and that's
Did
all
you
I
have
have.
an offer while you were doing the tryout, or was the tryout to see if you would get an offer?
I believe I had one before.
Okay,
but
so
it was
you
just
knew it
kinda
was
to
on
see.
the table.
Yeah, it was just kind of to see if something more could come of it, I guess. Like to see if I was worth a different scholarship amount or something. I don't even remember. It was 10 years ago. I'm old now, but God, it was longer than that.
I would say 10 years ago was 2016.
Yeah, I graduated in 2017. So yeah,
Right.
it was 2011 probably. But yeah, so I ended up playing a game there that summer after I already committed. Sorry, I'm getting a call. It took me off the page.
Hopefully, it's not a big recruit.
No, it's Nick Williams actually.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's my guy. But yeah, anyway, so I played a summer tournament there, a summer game there over the summer, ended up going well. And I was just like, this is it. Like, this is my home. This is where I want to be. And as I expected, when I showed up, I did not play at all. I redshirted my freshman year,
Yep.
and it was just what I expected. And obviously I had hopes that I would be good enough, and I just wasn't. And that's kind of how it is. But I just kind of took it in stride and tried to learn as much as I could from Donnie before he left. And like he gracefully took me under his wing, as well as guys like Austin Delmont and Jeremy Gooding. Jeremy Gooding just passed away, but he's
Oh boy.
one of the best pitchers in Madonna history, if not the best.
Nick
had some pro
Capaferi is up there at Madonna. One of
for
the
sure.
best.
For sure. We talk about it all the time, every time I see him.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so after that, I went through the gauntlet of trying to play at college, right? So my freshman year, my redshirt freshman year, I did well enough. I DH'd a ton because I was still like severely overweight. DH'd a ton, played probably 10 games at third base, but had a good year for a freshman. Like hit 300, no homers, but like did okay.
Yeah.
And I met with Hager after that year. We had his end of the year meetings with me were like, they changed my life, like quite literally.
Hager's a hitting guy too, right? Like if you call like
He's everything.
Is he? Okay. Yeah. I've heard like wonderful things about him.
I want to say he two-wayed in college at Michigan and won a Big Ten tournament.
His kid's the center fielder, correct?
Yeah, he's a stud.
You remember the
He's a stud.
Hager kid we've been talking about? Yep.
Yeah, he's been a stud since he was 5 years old when he would hit with us in the cages. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it made me lose my train of thought.
No,
anyway.
so
The end of the year meetings.
End of the year meetings.
Yeah,
Got
yes.
it. Yeah, so the end of the year meetings after my freshman year, like he basically just told me, like, you got to lock this in. Like, you got to try to get yourself in better shape and like maybe play the outfield was the goal. Because I was always like, even though I was 280 pounds, I ran like a 7.2.
yeah.
Like I still could move. So he's like, if you lose 20 to 30 pounds, you'll be 250. Maybe you'll run a 7.0. Like we can hide you out there. So I ended up doing that. Played right field that whole year. Won a Gold Glove in right field. I don't know how.
Jeez, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have no idea how I did that, but
Because
like, I had
you
a bunch
raked.
of bad-
Probably because you raked and you just caught
Yeah.
a couple fly balls.
yeah. So I ended up hitting like 350 that year. It was first team all conference. So like it was really, that was like when I was like, wow, man, like I can actually do this and like do this at a high level now. And then my junior year happened where we were unbelievable. Like we won 42 games or something like that. We were a 2 seed in the regionals. We should have been a 1 seed probably. But we ended up going to Santa Barbara and I hit 299 with 3 homers that year. Like it was my worst year. Like I just couldn't live up to it, I guess, or I couldn't make the adjustments. yeah, so I mean, it was just a down year, and it sucked, right? Obviously, I wanted to be as good as I could be for the team and try and help us win a regional and go to the World Series for the first time ever. But
That was junior. That was junior year.
that was my redshirt junior year, so
Okay.
that was my fourth year in school. And then again, I had an end of the year meeting with Hager, so I was right around there. I was probably 250 pounds, and like he straight up told me, he's like, if you take this serious, like, and you truly dive into this, he's like, you'll be the conference player of the year next year.
Wow.
Like, to my face. And I'm like, okay, like, this guy, at least if I can take nothing else from this guy believes in me wholeheartedly. So I went nuts. I tracked every single piece of food that went into my mouth for 6 months of the off season or whatever it was. I was running all the time. I did CrossFit workouts by myself at Fraser High School and at 5 a.m, just tried to figure it out. I came back that year. I think I started the season at 218. My 60 was like a 6'8".
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I made significant changes.
So you're taking this super seriously. You realize, you've gone from I'm not good enough to be on this team to now your coach telling you point blank, you take it seriously. You've made all the difference. When did you really feel like, okay, I've done what I've needed to do? Was it when you went back to Madonna for the fall and the coach saw your transformation? Did he see the progress, or was it you showed up and it's like, oh, there's less of jelly now significantly?
Right. Yeah, it was a little bit of that. And it was a different year in the WAC too. Like we played 9 conference games in the fall. That counted towards the season.
Wait,
yeah, it was.
What?
Yeah,
What
they did
year?
it for 1 year.
What year was that?
2017. So it would have
why?
been fall of 2016. I don't know why, but I actually kind of liked it. It was terrible for the freshmen, but me being a 5th year senior, like I was never more ready.
And the weather's
But, like,
good too, right? The
the
weather's
weather was
better.
great. Yeah,
I like that.
Like
No, I don't.
my wife took a video of every at bat I took in college, pretty much. Like every game she went to, she recorded all of my at bats, and it's all short sleeves, sunshine. Like it was awesome in the fall.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's really cool.
But it ended up working out good for me because I don't even remember what I was hitting after the fall, but it was like 650. So like I was hitting 650 for literally like 3 months. The entire winter off season, I was just sitting on like I'm hitting 650. Like this is the best.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So then we started up again. I don't remember any of my stats or anything like that from that point, but I ended up having the best year of my life and like hit 426 with 12 homers. And Skip Johnson saw me there, and that's where my USPBL career happened. But I ended up actually winning Conference Player of the Year. So it's like
that's awesome.
Hager to me he changed my life, like 100% changed my life. He gave me the opportunity. He believed in me the whole time, and like knew when to push the right buttons. Like he's like Yoda. It's crazy. We're
here to talk like about many things, but selfishly, I met you. I heard so many things about you, but then I met you when you were already done. So I am curious for this next step. So when Jim Essien, who is a legendary baseball guy from this area, saw you, like tell us what he saw, like how did he even hear Hager call him or something, or what happened?
I honestly don't remember. Well, funny enough, Hager wasn't my coach in the spring. He resigned after the fall. I don't remember why. Probably something in administration or something.
His kids
like
were
that,
at
but
that age too, right? His kids were probably at that
both
age.
His kids were. Yeah, I think Trey was in 11th grade and Evan was a little bit younger than that. I'm probably off by the year. But regardless, Ted Faulkner took the job, and it was kind of the perfect in between. Like Hager is very good with like messing with you mentally to grow. Like psychologically to grow. And then Ted Faulkner is like, we're still like, he was at my wedding also. Like we're very close still to this day. And he was like, no, you're here and you're ready. Like take a breath and take it all in and go for it.
And you're like, I'm batting 650, bro.
Yeah, right. Right. So ended up having a really good year, ended up being Conference Player of the Year, which to this day is one of the coolest things I've ever done. Because I think there was 5 or 6 guys drafted from the WAC that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was really cool. I was not one of them. So funny enough, when Skip saw me, we were playing Marygrove versus Kottke.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who called him or who told him or whatever, but he texted me and said that he was coming to a game, and I'm like, all right, cool. I hit a backside double the first at bat of the game. I hit second. So like he literally was there for 12 seconds, and in the end of the video, he's walking right out of the stands.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so I saw it after, and I'm like, is he not going to take me? Like, what is going on here? And then he texted me after
what you
and
know
said,
now is swings play. Like Jelly's
he saw what he needed.
Jelly's
to see.
great at Jelly does that shit too. You'll go see one guy take a swing, whether he hit it in the air or ground it out. You can see that's probably what Skip saw is your swing.
I would hope. But yeah, so he walked right out, told me that he had a spot for me when the time came. We got eliminated just short of regionals. I think we lost to Davenport in the finals of the WAC tournament that year. So I went to opening day in the USPBL, but I wasn't active on the roster. So I showed up and I hit BP, and then he's like, all right, change and go sit in the stands. I got you 2 tickets. So I went and sat in the stands with my wife, and we just watched the game.
Why is that?
Weird.
What am I missing?
I don't know. I don't know. It was how it was back then. Like there were guys that would come up and hit BP with us all the time, and then they'd either make it or they wouldn't. So like I don't know if he would judge it off of one day, but he told me that there would be room for me. And oddly enough, I like met a guy that day who was like the only person I talked to the whole day, and he's the one that ended up getting released for me.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was tough, but yeah, so it was cool. I was playing professional baseball 15 minutes from my house. Like it couldn't have been better.
What point in your college career did you realize you had a chance to play pro ball? Was it that summer going in that's like, hey, if you take it seriously, you're going to figure it out? Or is when you were hitting 650?
Not even then. It was probably, I don't even know. It was probably April of my senior year because I'm a nervous wreck.
If you know Jelly, like even today we went and kind of scouted together a little bit. Jelly is like well known. People know who he is from a coaching side of the game. He like looks at me, he's like, I got my state stuff on. Like it's still like unbelievable to him, even though everyone on the outside knows he deserves it.
But like, so I mean, so you're getting ready for your whatever your real job's going to be, right? And then you figure out, oh, I've got a chance to go play professional baseball.
Yeah, so I was actually working my internship with Team Sports Incorporated, which is now Game One. In the athletic apparel industry. And I was working 40 hours a week there, and I was like, Skip, will you work around this? Like, can I just like leave? And both were okay with it. So I was able to go to practice when I had to. I was always on time for games because they were at night anyways. But when we got into playing in the USPBL, I was playing left field mostly, occasionally first base.
Really?
Yep. So what did I do my first game? I was 1 for 4 my first game. I got a hit in the 9th was my first pro hit. I got like a little nubber through the.
You still have the ball?
I still have the ball. I still have the video, everything.
Good.
Yep. So that was that. I got the first one out of the way. But Skip loves homers. So our next game was the Tuesday non-public, and we were playing the Hoppers, and I hit 2 homers in one game. And it was my first ever multi-home run game. So I was like, oh my God, like there's no way.
So cool.
This is just unbelievable. Like, and then I don't know, a month later, I'm hitting 306 with 9 homers, leading the league in homers. And it's just like all surreal. And I don't know how it really happened, to be honest with you, because I have this thing that I do, and it sounds probably ridiculous to everybody else, but like when I get to a place for the first time, I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, what is going on? Like I remember taking like just shagging in left field my first game in the USPBL, and I'm just looking at all like the backdrop and the 3,000 open seats, and I'm just like, what is going on?
You did
like this. I'm playing professional baseball. Like I can't, like I'm a kid from Fraser.
See what
Michigan.
I mean? He's the same guy. Like today, he goes, I have my Michigan State stuff. Yeah, and it's cool.
Yeah.
So all right,
dude, I can't even explain. I'll get to that, and it'll. So probably make me cry again.
I want to hear. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so you're kicking ass in the USPBL. Does the thought ever come to you like, maybe I can get into affiliated ball? Maybe an organization wants to pick me up. Was there someone that said like, hey, there are some scouts asking about you? Or were you just so happy to be playing pro ball and doing well, it never crossed your mind?
Yeah, well, a little bit of both, I guess, because about a month before, Skip said that we're going to start catching you. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, like I was a terrible catcher in high school and I haven't caught since. So
I did not know that. Like, honestly, Jelly, I did not know this part.
Madonna?
I caught 1 inning at Madonna in 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And we were down 11-1 against Indiana Tech.
Okay. Yep. So sure, he says we're going to catch you, then what?
Yep. Then I started catching, got relatively good quickly, I guess you could say. Ray Ortega was the catching coordinator then, and
Wait.
Like-
Who was the catching coordinator?
Ray Ortega.
Was he really?
He was the catching coordinator. He was Noel's assistant for the Beavers, but back then we all practiced together every day at Jimmy John's. So like
Yeah.
it was like he would show up early, I'd bring him a coffee, and we'd just do receiving or throwing or whatever it was. But at the time, receiving wasn't as important, so all we were worried about was my throw, my pop time or whatever you will. So I don't even know what I was or any of that, but like we just worked on getting it better, and we did it every day, over and over and over again until it was fine. Receiving was never really that big of a problem. It was just my mobility. Like back then it was still 2 feet catching, and I couldn't do it. Like my hips were not in a good place where I could just move like that.
Yeah.
So, but then I played in the All-Star game and the home run derby there. And after that game, I don't remember what happened, but he came up to me and goes, apparently there was some like mumbling about you. Something might happen here soon. And I'm like, okay, like
That's freaking amazing.
yeah, it was nuts. So, the next day, one of my best friends at the time was on the Beavers, Kevin Marnin. He got called from the Twins and he got signed. And then my teammate, Randy Dobnak, got called and got signed. So I was out to eat with Randy and his wife, Ariel, with my wife, Sarah. And we were at Uno's Pizzeria right by Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
And my phone rings and it's Justin Ornduff. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Why would he be calling me? And so I walk outside. I'm just like, yeah, what's up, Duff? And he's like, all right, like, you just got signed by the Twins. And
Holy
I literally
shit.
told him to shut the F up. Like, actually, like, and I don't,
Yeah.
I mess around a lot, but like when I'm talking to a superior, I don't do that ever. And he just busted out laughing. And it was the coolest moment of my life, probably.
Oh
Obviously
my
until I had
God.
my
I
kids and
know
got
you.
married, but
I know you. You're
Dude,
a crier too.
oh God, I sobbed, bro.
Yeah.
I sobbed. So I'm outside of Uno's Pizzeria sobbing. I call my wife right away. It was like, or my wife was there.
Yeah.
So she found out after I called my mom. I called like whoever I could think of at the time. And like,
So
I
you're
couldn't
walking
even
to
breathe.
Uno crying?
Yeah, I walk into Uno's. My eyes are all bloodshot, and I just got
They're
like,
thinking
it's
you just
wet.
got like
This is just wet.
Someone died is probably what everyone's thinking when you're walking
100%.
back in.
100%. And Randy's just like glowing, and he knows what's going on because it was Duff. And he's like, who? And I was like, we're going, both of us,
Jeez.
and Marnin. It was unreal.
Wow.
And Marnin went to Stevenson. I went to Fraser, and he actually ended my high school career. But we ended up being roommates for the next 3 years. And like, it was just looking back, like if I would have known today what I knew, or known then what I know now, like Kevin's still one of my best friends. Randy's still one of my best friends. It's like, it was just an unbelievable thing. So that opened up a whole nother can of worms where I was planning on proposing to my girlfriend, now wife, on August 11th in the USPBL. I had to leave July 31st.
Wow.
Like I had to scramble to try to figure out what I was going to do.
So-
And then it came to my,
So for those people that don't know, like the logistical side of this, like they just think, oh, signed, and they end up there. Walk us through. What's the date when you get signed? Do you remember that?
I believe it was July 30th.
So July 30th, you get signed. You have to be, I'm guessing you went to what, like Florida or Fort Myers or wherever?
Yep.
When
Fort Myers,
did you have to be there?
My flight was August 1st.
So you have 36 hours to get your life in a duffel bag.
Basically. Yeah. And if you talk to my wife about this, it's so funny because, well, anyways, I proposed to her during my like celebration on the field. So it like was the double whammy.
Yeah.
Double whammy of double whammies because we've been together.
She's a
17
saint.
years
she is
now.
a saint.
Oh my God. I don't know what I did to deserve that woman, but so we were together for a long time. So I was like, all right, like this is just the perfect way. She won't expect it. Like, and it was an absolute dream day. Like my dream of baseball, my dream of life, and my woman, like it all came together. It was the best day
From Freytown,
best day ever.
From Freytown to the freaking Twins, dude.
Right. It was nuts. So I was on a plane August 1st and played the rest of that year in rookie ball. And then the following year I skipped 2 levels. So I skipped advanced rookie and low A and went straight to high A. It was probably
as a catcher, right?
As a catcher. Yep. So I was the 3rd catcher on the roster. And there were 2 studs in front of me, and it was Caleb Hamilton and Ben Rutbett. Ben Rutbett won a World Series with the Dodgers last year, and Caleb Hamilton was in the big leagues with the Twins for a while. He's a catching coach with the Yankees now. But they were both in front of me. I was catching once a week, maybe twice. So I was not getting a ton of ABs, and I went into our manager's office, and I was like, "Hey, I can play outfield and first base. Like, I don't need to just catch. Like, I can do whatever you need me to do whenever you need me to do it." So the story goes, I got to start in left field against the Pirates on April 22nd. It's weird that I know this, but
It's not weird.
Byron Buxton was playing with us because he was rehabbing a toe or something like that. And I was starting in left field. I hit third. He hit fourth, I think, is what it was.
So
Yeah.
Byron Buxton
Right.
protected
Dude.
you. In the
Right.
lineup.
Right. And it was my first real start, besides the couple day games I would catch just so that the prospects didn't have to. And I hit 2 homers that game. And
Jeez.
in the clubhouse after, Buxton's like, "You're making me look bad." It was just, it
Quit
was so
showing
cool.
up,
But,
Byron Buxton.
yeah, it was unreal. But so I ended up making it through halfway of the season with them. I was a mid-season all-star, so I got to the whole experience. I got to go to the high all-star game, and which was unbelievable.
Wow.
It was at the
Well,
Yankees spring training.
Here's his numbers from that year. You know, you had just over 330 at bats. You hit 298, 8 bombs, drove in 40, OPS of 828. Like, that's a pretty friggin'
Frickin'
good
jelly.
season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was a point away from being the batting title.
Were you
The batting
really?
title was the batting title was 299. It was some guy with the Blue Jays. Yep.
How cool
No,
is
it
it,
was-
Brady? How cool is it? We're around athletes all the time, but
Yeah.
just these humble guys. Like, if I was Jelly, I'd be telling everybody all day long what I've done.
Right? I'd have gotten a T-shirt from that All-Star game, and I just wear it every day.
I hit in front of Byron Buxton.
Yeah,
I
right.
would put that on my shirt.
I scored 1 touchdown in my college football career, and my friends never hear the end of it.
Oh, yeah, I
Let
see.
alone if I hit 2 home runs in front of
Yeah.
Byron Buxton.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Well, if either of you ask Caruso, I open up the yearbook quite often, probably
Yeah.
more than I should.
No,
But-
no, enough that you should. So anyway, okay, so we do need to get to the coaching part, but keep going. So you have a great year, and then you actually spent some time all the way up in Double-A that next season.
Yep. So before that, and we were in game 3 of the finals against Daytona, which was the Reds. I hit a foul ball off inside of my ankle at 106 and broke it clean in half. So I
Oh, my
was
gosh.
unable to. Yeah, I had 2 surgeries. I was unable to walk for 4 to 6 months. So pretty much my entire offseason, I was on bed rest almost. So the rehab process was terrible. And yes, I broke the next year in Double-A, I think just because of the high year I had. It was just a preset thing probably.
Mhm.
And I couldn't figure out how to get it going again. Just my mobility wasn't the same. I wasn't as fast. I put on probably 10 pounds just to
How old were you at
laying
the
around
time?
all the time.
He
20.
was 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out the baseball camp.
And right. And I was old. So, but yep. So I finished that year, did not have a good year by any stretch. Finally started to feel good at the end there a little bit, and then had a really good offseason. That was my first offseason at 2SP, where I was there with Nate Sire 4 days a week. I was grinding, best shape of my life probably. And then we show up the next year to spring training. COVID hits. We all get sent home.
Ugh.
Whole year's over. Yep. So the way I got released was I was working for my father-in-law at Art Van, just right when they sold to whoever. I don't remember who it was, but I was filling trucks with furniture 8 hours a day from 5 a.m. to 3 or whatever it was. So that was what I was doing. I got the call there, and it's okay, we're releasing 45 guys, mostly independent ball guys, just kind of the way it is, because they were cutting teams at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the purge.
Yep. So it's okay, but the only reason I'm talking about this is because I want to explain how I turned it into a positive. So I thought it might happen, and I just wanted to be prepared just in case. And now that I've been a coach in the USPBL and I have released people, I know how much it hurts the person doing it.
Yep.
And it was Alex Hassan, who is, I don't know what he is with the Twins, but he's still with the Twins in a pretty high up role. And he called me, and he was just broken. And I'm like, dude, it's a business at the end of the day. Right.
Mhm.
So instead of me complaining, I belong here, I should be here, I asked him if he would be a reference on my resume. Him and the GM, he's Jeremy Zoll's the current GM of the Twins. So like those two are on my resume,
Wow.
like which is really cool.
Yeah.
So which we always had a good relationship. And I mean, I'm not really like the standoffish type. Like I want to be around people and I want to be positive around people. So, but having them on my resume, I have to assume has helped me in some way, shape, or form.
That's huge.
An MLB GM when you're getting into coaching and then you go to the USPBL, and I'm sure it helps when you want to take over Macomb. I'm sure that's a pretty strong name to have on your resume.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but I haven't
like.
looked
I
at
think
my own resume.
like if I'm at a community college and someone has the Twins GM as a reference, I would think this guy's lying.
Yeah.
Like not if I didn't know you played in the org, I'd go.
Yeah. Or
make up a believable reference here.
Or like no pressure. Don't turn this guy away.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So okay.
Right.
So you're getting into coaching. You know, you're at the USPBL, but the one I really want to talk about is Macomb because it's a different animal than the USPBL, right? Because
Without question.
That's a partially a developmental league. It's not everyone at each other. Like you're trying to help the guys out, right? Like you want to have more stories like yours where they move on. Winning a championship would be awesome, but that's not the ultimate goal of a lot of it. So you go to Macomb, a program that had been decent, one that you were familiar with, right in your backyard. What was that like getting that job and taking it over?
A dream, truthfully. So I coached the 2 years before that. I was at Madonna with Justin Karn, who is one of my best friends and like an absolute mentor to me. And we talked about if I should. Okay, yeah. So we're best friends, and we talked about if I should go for it or not. And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely. At least try for the interview process, right?" So I tried to apply, and Nick Caruso actually is the one that convinced me. He called me and was like, "You need to go for this," right? So I was like, okay, well, it's in my backyard. I was driving 45 minutes back and forth to Madonna every day. Like I would drive 10 minutes to Macomb every day. So it kind of works out.
We had Nick on a few weeks ago, as you know, and he told us he went through the interview process, and in his interview process, the AD said, "Would you be interested in working as an assistant?" And that's when Nick knew, Jelly's getting this freaking thing.
Yeah. He was on the previous coaching staff and just kind of talked me into trying. And the AD was my AD at Madonna when I played for 4 years, four of my 5 years. And the SID, Tim Johnston, just named national SID, was the SID. So like I was being interviewed by two people I was familiar with, so that made it a little bit easier. But so the whole interview process was, as you'd expect. I think I had 3 interviews. My last interview, when I was told I was in the final 2, an hour. So I'm leaving a bachelor party from one of my buddies' places up north, right? So I get home at like 9 a.m. My wife walks in the door at 10 a.m. telling me that we are pregnant with our first kid that we've been trying to have for a year. And then I am out the door at noon, and I have my final interview to see if I'm going to get my first head coaching job at 1. So again, a whirlwind of a day.
Did you tell them? Did you tell them you were going to have a baby in the interview? Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
My wife's like, "Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody." Like it was really early, but I was like shaking when I got there. Yeah, and they're like, obviously they were happy for me, but
I was hanging out with you during that time. I was around the USPBL. I remember just knowing you were going to be a perfect fit. And of course, I had guys. I'm like, yeah, get the job. And I got this guy. I got this guy.
Yep.
But I was pumped for him.
Because I remember talking to you about that, and you're like, man, we have, like, for Macomb, it's like we have so much talent within 15 miles of this school. Like, there's no reason why Macomb shouldn't have all these guys that maybe need a tweak here or a tweak there, guys like yourself that you can put on. And how many guys did you move on to 4 years in your stint at Macomb?
Oh, I don't know the exact number, but every single kid that wanted to go to a 4-year the last 3 years had a place to go.
That's the recruiting pitch right there.
Right. Yeah. Nick. So Nick, I got the job, and obviously Nick was my first call, and he was my assistant. And when he came back for the 3rd year, he was my associate head coach. But we probably
didn't you call him ass coach, or what did
Yeah, he said that. I never called him that.
Nick said Jelly called him his ass coach because he's an associate.
Yeah, I never called him that. He was my bad cop because I'm a good cop at heart. Like I'm really good at being a good cop. I'm terrible at being a bad cop.
By the way, that's all natural. You're a good cop. He's bad cop. Like he can't be anything else.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you know his parents at all, like they're the most wonderful people on the planet, but his dad's military, and it is it's just like him and his dad are the same. Like if it's not the way he wants it when it's his team, like it's going to be the way he wants it, or you're going to leave. Like there's no bending.
And no bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
there's no room for debate. So
right.
So you're at Madonna, you're at Macomb, and things are going well. I mean, you got that thing going pretty well. It was the first conference title in however many years when you were there. How does the Michigan State thing come about? Is that another moment where it's like, you didn't think you'd play at Madonna, and then you're sitting there getting Conference Player of the Year. You didn't think you'd play pro ball, and now you're looking around playing pro ball. You're playing in AA with, some high level prospects, which we need to ask about a couple of those. And then how does the Michigan State job come about?
Well, I mean, we always talked about moving on, or like if it could potentially happen. And I knew Macomb was a good like feeder for myself, even though I wasn't using it as such. Like I truly could have pictured myself retiring at Macomb. Like 100%. Like it was my hometown team. Like it was the perfect place for me. I don't remember how I actually heard of it, but I just heard of rumblings that Stone was going to. Was it you?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it probably.
I think we could probably say it now. No, because remember, I was going through some things there at that time too. I think from a recruiting standpoint, and I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah. But anyway, you probably heard it from somebody else. But I remember calling you right away, like, "Dude."
Yep. So I just heard rumblings that Stone was leaving and going to Michigan, and I'm like, okay, well, that means there's an opening, and like I'd be a fool not to at least try to get an interview or whatever. So that night I like fixed up my resume, made it a little bit more current, and I emailed it to Jake. And the next morning he called me and we talked for a half hour and like just talked about the possibility of it. And then at the end of the phone call, he told me, and it was kind of crazy that he told me this fast, but he's a no BS guy. So it totally makes sense now knowing him. But he told me I would be in the final 3 and I'd have an on-campus interview. And I was like, holy crap. Like this is like,
you've never had a slow process
quickly
in your life, have you?
No, it doesn't seem that way.
It's not a slow burn for any major event in your life.
Yeah, no, not at all. So it was literally, I think we talked Monday morning and my on-campus interview was the following Sunday. Which I also thought was kind of weird, but like, again, he has a reason for everything he does. And I think it was just so that nobody would be around. Like, so there was no rumblings of people on Twitter or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I go there for my interview.
But there was rumblings on Twitter.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know if you remember that or not, but there was some.
I sure do.
I was going to say, hold on, let's hit the interview story and then the fallout that Mike's talking about.
Yeah. So I had an interview. It felt more like a visit. Like he drove me around in his car for 2 hours, showed me the campus. Like we just talked baseball. Like he didn't like drill me with questions. Honestly, it was more so me drilling him with questions. But I think he was just trying to get a feel for like baseball savvy and can I hold a conversation? Can I be professional? Stuff like that. But it went great and I was really happy with it. And I gave him I made probably 3 or 4 different things. I went in with a full PowerPoint presentation on how I'd run the offense and like what's important to me and my philosophies. A couple things I used at Macomb that were like game management charts, like how we learn to shift people, develop people, whatever. So I slapped it on his desk and just, here you go. Like use it if you want. If you don't, that's okay too. Like this is just stuff that I've used. So that's done. I'm back at the USPBL. Just going through practice and everything. And I see a tweet on Twitter that says Greg Lovelady seen in East Lansing wearing green, #Sparty. And I'm like, all right, like that's okay. Like I kind of knew I was out of my depth there. At least I thought I was.
For those Greg Lovelady, for those not familiar.
Purdue guy, right? Wasn't he a Purdue guy or something?
I believe he was the head coach at Wright State for a long time when they were really good. And then he was at Purdue. I think he was at FIU or some UCF, one of the schools down there too. Like
D1
long
experience.
time. Oh yeah, long time. Like unreal coach for a long time. He's at Tulane right now. So I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna lose to anybody, like I can accept that. So about 3 more days go along. Like I'm waiting to hear from Jake. I'm doing early work with Derek Wood in the USPBL outfield cages, and he calls me. I don't even remember what day it was, but so I walk in and I'm walking around center field, and he calls me and he like basically offers me the job, and I'm like, what? Like I was shocked because I was like, I literally saw it. I was expecting to be let down easy.
Yeah, you're coming to grips. You're starting the grieving process. You're getting to acceptance.
Right. I was trying to think of ways that I could positively be like, it's all good. Like I appreciate the opportunity so much, like just to be able to meet with you and like begin a relationship there and grow as a professional. And
that would have been great. That would have been great if you would have said that. He offers you the job and you're so programmed. You're like, well, thank you for the opportunity. Lovelady's going to be a good guy.
Right. And I don't know if Lovelady took the job at Tulane first or not. I don't care. I'm here and I love it.
Yep.
So I accept the job on spot. Like, he's like, does that mean you're in? And I was like laughing hysterically. I'm like, I can't believe this right now at all. Like yes. Like my wife and I talked about it. If it did happen, like we were going to do this. And,
how hard were you throwing BP after you took the job at Michigan State? You come back in the cage and throwing.
So the hardest part about it all, me being a crier, I was sobbing in the outfield. I'm like, this is like I am a Division I hitting coach. Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand this at all. And
again,
I called my wife.
Thinks obviously a family member has died,
but he's so humble. This
guy's like, oh no, what's wrong with Jelly? Do we need to go give him a hug?
But he's so humble. He's so humble. You are a Division I hitting coach. I mean, you have the experience and you deserve it. And it wasn't, just so you know, it wasn't a shock to anybody. No, right from the outside,
it was a shock to me.
Right, but my point is, like,
a big shock to
the
me.
Outsiders in the baseball world were like, that's a perfect spot. That's like with his experience. And, same thing that we were talking about with Stone last week. Like, you better not lose the best Michigan guys, right? Like with your recruiting experience and like the Manzellas of the world or whoever, these great players in Michigan, you and Stone are the guys that are supposed to say, all right, the best guys are coming to the Big Ten. And you're just a perfect spot. Right. You're in a perfect spot for it.
Yeah. So well, thank you. One.
So you're crying
to go back to the story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I called my wife because I tell her everything. She's my world. And she, being the kind-hearted soul she was, saw that I was like not unconsolable, but I was like so anxious and just like, I got to tell somebody. So she drove all the way to Jimmy John's and like I met her and just gave her a hug for about 10 minutes. and like we just talked through it all. And like the hardest part was I had to go through a background check before anything could happen. So like I literally couldn't tell anybody. Like my wife knew and my mom knew and my mother-in-law. Like that's it. Like Karn didn't know, Nick didn't know, Mike didn't know, nobody knew. Which again, a background check for me should take 30 seconds. I don't have anything on there, but
we go to the bar and he orders like water. Pretty boring.
Well, I'm a Coke Zero guy now. As
all right.
Michigan State staff is absolutely, they destroy Coke Zero and Diet Coke. But so I accept that, and I message in the Macomb group chat like, "Hey, I got to have a team meeting on Monday." I think what I had it planned.
The
and then the same guy that tweeted, and then the guy that tweeted about Lovelady also leaked that I was getting the job. So all my Macomb players probably knew already. So I show up to this meeting and I'm just like, this is the worst day ever. Like, I spent so much time with these guys. They are forever a part of who I am and like the way I do things. They trusted me with their careers. Like my first year, we were nothing. We were not a great team. Like we had some bright spots and some good players, but like we just weren't where I wanted us to be at all. And like the next 2 years, we won the first title since '93, first back-to-back titles since '93, '94, which is almost as old as I am. I think I was on one of those teams. That's how old I am. Yeah. Yeah. Like it was the absolute best thing ever for me. So telling those guys was an absolute gut rip, but in the Monarch way, like everyone was happy for me. Nobody was like, "Oh, how could you? This is unbelievable. Like we're left out in the cold." Like I got so many hugs and just like thank yous, and it was.
They're not treating you like Coach Taylor in Friday Night Lights, where they're making you out to be an
Right,
evil
right.
person. How
Yeah,
dare you
not at
go
all.
to a bigger school?
Right. It was the coolest thing ever, just seeing how happy they were for me, and it was like, yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable.
I mean, you did recruit great kids, but it wasn't like you were going to like Ancillo or something like.
right.
You're going to Michigan State,
yeah.
and it's the right move.
So now that you're
Right,
there,
and I mean, they were all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, now that you're there, what was your first like I'm at Michigan State moment, like all the other ones?
Well, my first day on the job, we had camp.
Yeah.
So I'm showing up to camp, and like I am all about this Jack Manzella. Like I wanted
Detroit
to see him
prospect.
at camp. Yep. Like,
And hey,
he's a
and
Fraser kid.
Fraser Freytown
grad.
kid.
Yep. So he was at camp, and like I was all about this, and he was sensational as he always is, and like it ended up being that he was like the first recruit that I talked to that was committed, and like it happened in like 3 days. So that was my.
They're like, damn, this guy can recruit.
Jelly, I don't know. Did I tell you that he almost didn't go to that camp? Did we talk about this?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure people at home want to hear.
Yeah, I know. I always get weird when we're talking about things in public, but he wasn't sure. Like, should I go again? I've been in front of them, and I'm like,
Yep.
Jelly's there now. He's familiar. Go shove it up their ass and see what happens. Right? Go up and chuck, and don't leave without having a conversation. And I think it was really cool the way it all went
Obviously,
down.
it worked out.
Yep.
Yeah, and the best part about it is his older brother Aiden is the one that drove him to the camp, was there all day, and he played for me at Macomb. So I'm literally I'm sitting behind the track man. Aiden's in the stands when he's throwing, and I'm literally like signaling him numbers.
Yeah.
Like he's 92, he's 93, and it was just like
Guess where those numbers
really cool
went?
for me.
Guess where those numbers went? They went from your fingers to Aiden's text to my phone. I'm getting updates
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah, it was awesome, right? And it ended up working out for everybody, and that was my first like, this is crazy. Like this kid is one of the best pitchers in Michigan, if not the best pitcher in Michigan, and like he's coming to play for us, and like it's a whole new meaning of us and all that. But the next day was probably my biggest like I'm here moment, and it sounds crazy, but I was literally just sitting in our bullpen alone at like 8 a.m, and I'm just like looking at the field, and
Were
it's
you
like,
crying?
okay, no, I was not
All
crying.
right, just making sure.
Yeah, I only cry during the big moments.
Okay, all right.
He saved
Like, I'm
the
pretty
tears for
tough
the worthy
besides that.
ones.
Yeah, I'm tough besides that. But yeah, I was just looking at our stadium, and I'm thinking to myself, like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, like I'm not on 12 Mile anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like
It is
there's
something
this,
to get out from your, what you're familiar with, and like
100%.
a little bit of I made it. I mean, you've made it in multiple regards. So, Jelly, I know we could talk about 1,000 different
100%.
things.
Yeah,
we'll have to have you on again, maybe over the summer when there's a little more time. But I guess the last question I'd have for you is, you've gone through so much from a kid that, like you told us, didn't think he was good enough to play on Madonna, to Conference Player of the Year, to Double-A, to just hoping to coach, to now hitting coach at Michigan State. What's just a piece of advice you try? You talked about turning things into positives. You give to these to kids, whether they're leaving Michigan State, they're at Macomb, USPBO. What do you try to impart on guys going through whatever journey it might be?
Yeah, it's words I've lived by my entire career as a player and a coach, and everything's possible until someone says it isn't.
It's perfect.
Right. So until you're told you're not good enough, you're good enough. Like you just got to find a way to do it. So that's what I've lived my career on as a player and a coach.
And yeah, not everyone's path is going to be a straight line. So obviously you took a lot of lefts and rights along the way. So, and still a lot of road left in front of you.
Yep.
A lot of road.
I can't wait to.
We'll see.
No, I was just gonna say I appreciate your friendship, as you know, and I'm a fan, and I just can't wait to see what you're gonna do in the future, and it's gonna be an exciting time. So I think we're closing it out now because we could talk to you for 9 hours. We got to go close it out. And
I was about to say this will be a long one.
as we're, and again, we could have him and Caruso back.
We could have,
and we'll have some fun.
Yeah, baseball guys, you can talk and you go, oh, it's 5 hours later. Whoops.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if I looked at my phone and it was midnight.
So, Jelly, I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way. And I know we'll talk again soon. So, appreciate it and good luck.
Appreciate you guys.
See you, brother.
Soon.
Have a good one.
All right. Jelly was awesome. Like we said, we could have talked for 5 hours. And that's what's great about all these guys. And, we barely even talked about his time at Michigan State, but his story is just so crazy.
He's so humble, man.
Right.
He's such a humble guy.
But that's, I think, a story that needs to be told. So don't have a lot here for the third segment because we went long on the first one. We had Dunham story time. We had Rat Bat story time, and Jelly was awesome. So we'll be back next week with a lot more fun stuff. But that's a guy that is easy to root for.
100%.
So really appreciate him. Appreciate everyone watching and listening. Again, next week, we'll have the WAC tournament to talk about. We'll get closer. We'll know what the GLIAC tournament setup is going to be like and a few others. So we're getting into the big time of the season. So
it's that time of year, dude. Like
this
is Christmas for baseball.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So appreciate that. Appreciate everyone here at Hunch Free that helped produce it. Appreciate Detroit Thread Company for making this possible, and appreciate you guys for listening. So we'll talk to you next week here on the Walk-Ons podcast.
Peace.